puzzle king. Under your feet. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my games. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete.
All right, good morning everyone and welcome to EJJ number 47, Pairs Competition with 1,000 Pieces. Hope you're all feeling fresh this morning, and welcome to our viewers on the live stream. So we'll be starting in, we'll be doing the reveal in about 7 or 8 minutes, and we're still waiting for another 15 or so people to join us. So just checking that everyone can hear me all right. Just give me a thumbs up. All right. And also on YouTube, let me know that you can hear me fine. I know last time I forgot to turn the music off, but I think it should be fine. All right. So welcome, Catherine. Nice to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so we decided that the theme for today would be communication. And we also asked our participants in the registration form to tell us what they talk about when they do pairs puzzles. So we have a lot of interesting comments, which I'll share soon and as we do the introductions a bit later on. But yeah, Catherine, you've done pairs puzzling. So what do you chat about during the pairs competition?
Yeah, it's more of strategizing who is doing what, and just what I find very helpful for me is to just keep talking while we're puzzling and just updating each other what we're doing, what are the things that we see on the pieces, because maybe the other person's working on a different section and I see a piece and I don't know that it belongs to where my partner's puzzling, and then just mentioning those things. So not just internally thinking them, but actually trying to say them out loud. And that's been a little bit of a challenge to learn, because obviously when you're doing solo puzzling, you internalize all of these thoughts and you're not used to actually saying them. So it's a bit of a switch, but I find it really important to just keep talking about what you're doing. And if the other person gets quiet, I just try to ask, what are you doing? Are you working on this? Because I need to know. How about you?
Yeah, well, I have only puzzled with my daughter, and then also with Marcus at Worlds, and yeah, always just checking what are you doing and what are you looking for, and yeah, who wants to do what. So far I've always just said, what would you like to do? With my daughter, I'm always like, what do you want to do? Sometimes she really wants to do the water and sometimes she doesn't, and so I basically just try and set things up for her. Yeah, and yeah, any details that I notice, yeah, we tend to both be quite quiet, but I feel like we need to talk more. She just wants to puzzle, and and I'm just trying to keep the overview and always look out for the times when we can actually join sections now. That's also another thing when you've done your, like, you've got little islands built to point out, hey, I think we can connect this, and shifting things around, because sometimes you're not building things in place, but kind of with pieces in between, or in a different direction. Yeah, but we had some really different answers. Well, a lot of people also say, those who are a bit more experienced, those who are a bit more competitive, do talk a lot about the strategy and who does what, and others talk about random stuff. So I'll as people are coming in, I'll just read some of the answers. So, yeah, Matya and Hans. Matya says, we mostly talk about the puzzle and how things are going, usually saying that the other one is doing the easy part and that you have the hard part.
the grass is always greener on the other side. You always think the other person has the easier part. That's funny.
Yeah. And then Veronica and Maria, they say, so who does what? General communication about the puzzle on the table, but we also share the frustration and cheer each other up. Sometimes we talk about random stuff like movies or anything else.
Yeah, I guess if the puzzle is going really smoothly and you're both kind of in a groove and you know what you're doing, and maybe it's the puzzle you've done already before, then you can definitely chat about other stuff as well. Or if you're working on like a bigger puzzle, like this 1,000-piece puzzle, I'm sure there's also time for like other chit chat in between.
Yeah, so just something administrative. I just need to check. Andreas, you registered, but you didn't mention the name of your pairs partner. Andreas from Germany. Could you please write that in the chat? And yes, okay. I did send okay, Ida and Lynn, you got my message. Okay, great. So we have our 2 interviews set up. Great. So then Inga and Katrina said, first a bit of the strategy, what is the picture about, and while flipping, saying out loud something we noticed unique. And then later just silent or about life. So yeah, that's something like if you notice details on a piece or something a bit interesting that you can't spot at first, you can just mention it out loud, and maybe the other person will recognize it later and then be looking for that piece.
Yeah, and that's an amazing tip to do this while you're flipping, because the time that you're flipping, nobody's puzzling and you're both just like flipping and looking at the pieces. So I think that's the perfect time to point out things that you notice, and or maybe you go like, oh, I see a lot of tree, or I see a lot of water, and it's a time where you can actually kind of strategize already, like what's the thing that jumps into your eye, and you can maybe already start to give your partner those pieces that they want to start with, that you are flipping. So that's a really good idea to start this thing right at the beginning.
Yeah, no, that's a good point to actually start talking about the film, because I don't think I've done that. I think I've usually, once everything is out there, or when I'm starting to like collect pieces or sort pieces, then I start to think, okay, well, this one's a bit different, or this one has a different shade, like has different textures within the same color. And actually, Andrea and Becca mentioned that as well. Just find their answer.
Andrea and Becca are doing a practice puzzle right now. I don't know if they will finish it before we unpack, because it's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so Andrea replied, in answer to what do you talk about? Everything. Nothing is off limits, but a lot of the time is spent noticing little details such as patterns in wallpaper, shadows on leaves, background gradients, etc. So that was really nice. And yeah, and Becca replied the same. We point out things we are noticing. Often Andrea spots things in the foreground and I spot patterns in the background. So yeah, as you have different, like what stands out to you, you can also notice those details. So,
yeah, interesting.
Great. So let's just see. Okay, yeah, we have should have 69 pairs today. So okay, Andreas is puzzling with Antonia. Great. And Colin with hi-fi. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're ready to go. So sorry to interrupt your puzzle, Andrea and Becca. The zebras will have, it's giraffes. I thought they were zebras. Giraffes. They can be done for your post puzzle. Okay, they're going back in the box. Yeah, so we're doing 1,000 pairs. We've only done this type of competition once before in December, and I'm feeling really confident about today's puzzle. I think you will have Kirsten, you're not supposed to unwrap yet. I haven't given the instructions. Please wait. Okay, everyone has their puzzle. So now you may unwrap your puzzle. Yeah, please always wait until I give the instructions and we all run unwrap together.
Oh, that looks like a really fun puzzle.
Yeah, so I don't think there were any stickers or plastic wrap on that. Just check that the box lid easily comes off and then just put it back into the middle of the table.
I think this will be a great puzzle for pairs. You can easily divide up which things you're going to do. We already see people discussing strategies, using these few minutes before the competition starts to already figure out who's doing what.
Yeah, so just put the Lynn, no, put the pieces back in. We haven't started yet. I just said just make sure, because sometimes they have plastic stickers on them, just make sure that the lid easily lifts off, and then that there's nothing holding it back, and then put it back into the middle of the table. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So everyone has their puzzle ready. Steffi and Tobias, where's the lid? Yes. So all box lids should be on top. Puzzles ready in the middle. Okay, let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, everybody. Have fun. Have a happy time, because the brand is called Happily.
I like that there's a, looks like it's a paper bag that the puzzles are coming in.
So today,
not a plastic bag. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so this brand is from the UK. It's called Happily Puzzles, and uses original artworks. This one is from Natalia Yanez Stiel and features lots of Portuguese sardine and squid tins and mackerels. So really fun. There's 12 like mini puzzles in there, all really nice clean lines and bold colors. Lots of text and really fun. I think this is going to be a really fast puzzle. And yeah, my daughter and I had a great time doing this one yesterday.
Yeah, this one really looks like a really fun puzzle, and definitely easy to spot certain colors. There's only one like green tin, and I think all the others are also very, very, very distinct. So it should be a fast puzzle.
Yeah, I think this will be faster than my sewing corner. So that one, the fastest time was 51 minutes. And Valladolid, so yeah, Kati and Chiara won last time with 51 minutes. Teresa and Marketa did Valladolid in 47 minutes. And I'm going to make a bold prediction that it's going to be the lower 40s. I think we can beat Valladolid on this one. So yeah, on the screen we have Martia and Hans from the Netherlands. Magdalena. I don't have a registration for Magdalena. Okay, we just had a bunch join now. Magdalena from Poland.
Yeah, so we see these first in these first minutes of speed puzzling, it's all about flipping and getting them flipped as fast as possible. We see Maggie and Monica are already doing a little sort while flipping. Others are just flipping everything. Maartje and her pair partner, sorry, who was it? Danique, are also doing a little sort up front. And yeah, it looks like today is a good day for puzzling because there's daylight, and at least here the sun is out. I don't know if it's out in the rest of Europe, but that's always good to do a puzzle in just daylight. And yeah, that way you can actually see it better. Even though I don't think with this puzzle it's really needed to have like that great light, just because it's so colorful.
Yeah, so sorry, we have Martia and Hans in the top left. Then we have Magdalena. Her partner is okay, I can't see the name of the partner at the moment, but Magda is from Poland. Then we have Maggie and Monica from Austria. Margaret is from Norway, and Maria and Veronica from Slovakia. Maria, TB, and her partner, I think it's Evelina from Sweden. So yeah, there's going to be some nice colourful piles, really, really bold and fun colours here. I mean, on Magda's spread just looks so colourful.
Yeah, I mean, the screen right now also looks very colorful. It's really fun. And I don't think anybody will start with the edge here. That'll be my prediction of today. I don't think people will start with the edge.
Well, I have to say, when I looked at it before puzzling, I did say to my daughter, okay, we're not going to do the border because it's all white. But I imagined that all the border pieces would be completely white. But once I spilled the pieces out, I realized that they do have half like the color on the edge. So the white is not as thick as possible. There's only a few gaps where there are some completely white pieces.
Okay, I stand corrected. People might start with the edge.
Yeah, because you need it to build like the pieces on the edge, or at least they're touching. There's very few pieces that are completely white. So I'm going to add some more people to the screen. Yeah, I'm leaving Maggie and Monica up there just because their piles look so nice. So we also have Marie and Alexander from Norway. Marilla and Lisa from Germany. Max and Lissy from Austria. And Minna and Elena from Finland, and Olivia and Astrid from Denmark.
Yeah, Max and Lissy have a supporter in the background. And yeah, we can see people I was thinking that probably people would start with this green one just because it's the one color that is very distinct from all the other colors. And we can already see that Minna has started with the green. Her partner has started with the light blue. Also, Olivia and her partner, one of them is definitely doing there the border with the green tin can. And yeah, it seems to be like a really easy color to single out and to get a start with.
That's interesting because I didn't even notice that. I went for the there is a lot of yellow, there's a lot of red and a lot of blue on this one. But yeah, so green is somewhere that's there's only one color to find. Also orange, there's not much black on there, and also like pastel pinks or like some of the lighter blues. But yeah, but basically you could start anywhere, and as long as you've done your sort and you've got the pieces there, it's going to be really easy to just start building, and everyone's going to have something to do. So Astrid and Olivia, they answered to the question. Astrid replied, "We of course talk about the puzzle. Who does what, when, and where. I usually take charge and tell Olivia what to do. She's better at doing whatever she's given, whereas I can only do what feels right in the moment. And we've had to designate a leader because we are both very indecisive. Before we spent way too long discussing who did what, and while we try to keep focus on the puzzle, we always end up small talking and teasing each other while puzzling." So yeah, that's good to have one person who decides, and yeah, if one person is just happy to go with the whatever and just be given that, and the other one needs to feel what is the best to do once they've seen the image. That's one way to work it out as a pair. Yeah,
for sure, because if both of you are indecisive, then you might get stuck. And it's always better to do something than to do nothing, especially when you're speed puzzling. You just want to like keep going and keep the momentum of always doing something.
Yeah, and Mary says, we talk about which sections we are currently working on and what we finished. Also, sometimes a little bit of swearing at difficult puzzles.
Well, I hope there won't be any swearing today. I mean, this is probably like a puzzle that a lot of people enjoy, and I would very much enjoy to be in this competition as well.
This is the perfect pairs puzzle. We just had so much fun, and yeah, I don't think anyone's going to get stuck. I don't think there's going to be any frustration on this puzzle. Okay, I'm going to leave Olivia and Astrid up a bit longer. Then we have Patrick and Evelyn from Switzerland, Paulius and Lena from Lithuania, Rika and Maya from Finland, Ruud and Fenna from Belgium, and Sarah Gabriel from Portugal, and her partner Sophia. So yeah, maybe Sarah and Sophia will be recognizing these tins. I don't know if these are current ones and that are currently being produced, or if these are more vintage style. But most of the little tins do say product of Portugal, and yeah. So I think the artist is Portuguese, and at least most of the products do say made in Portugal in there. Yeah, so Ruud and Fenna, they replied that they only talk about who does what, nothing besides puzzling. So they keep the conversation very focused. Ruud gives Fenna assignments, but usually she just does what she wants.
That's not very effective leadering.
Well, there are a couple, so you'll see with the answers the couples and the friends who have known each other for years. There are a lot more. There's a lot more teasing and nonsense going on and bossing around. But yeah, looking great there. All right, we already see 2 green tins done. Patrick and Olivia have got the green top hand corner. Looking great. Okay.
Yeah, and Paulius and his partner, they have these smaller trays to sort different things on. I always like these smaller trays. They're fun. I just don't know how practical they are. I mean, for this, they are great because you have all of these small things to sort.
Okay, I'm going to leave Patrick and Evelyn a bit longer on the screen. We have Sari. Now, I think Sari just wrote that she's alone today, unfortunately, but maybe her son or her husband will help. So, yeah. Keep it up, Sari. Don't be discouraged. Hopefully somebody will jump in and join you soon. But this is probably one of the easiest puzzles, so even if you are tackling this one alone, you have a really good chance to finish this in the time limit. Okay, so we have on the screen, Sari is from Finland. Then we have Saskia and Karina from Germany. Steffi and Tobias from Austria. So we do have, again, 3 Tobiases. This one is Steffi and Tobias from Austria.
Maybe the Tobiases can also have a Tobias puzzle club, just like the Annas.
Yeah. So we have Teresa and Anna Karin from Sweden, and then Teresa and Veronica from Czech Republic.
Yeah, and also there we see the green with Steffi and Tobias. We see the green tin done with Teresa. She is also working on the green tin. And yeah, we see some more. Oh, there's a yellow tin is done in Saskia's pair. And people are still, just picking out the things that they would like to work on. And and Steffi and Toby also have the border almost complete. So they kind of see like how big is the puzzle actually going to be.
Yeah, and they have a lot of space to spread out. They've got the spread on both sides, and as you can see on the border, there is like on the corner closest to us, there's the light blue and the pink. So there is a lot of information on the border to figure out the placement. So yeah, everybody's doing well there. And I just want to point out Saskia and Karina, they've got matching t-shirts. I think they're in preparation for next week. So next week we will have the German nationals Saturday and Sunday. There will be a live stream, and watch this pair.
Yeah, it's really exciting that that so many more countries have now official nationals happening this year. It's going to be a great puzzle season that'll last pretty much from now until after Worlds. So we have the whole spring, the whole summer full of puzzling events.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot coming up. Yeah, basically, Germany is one of the earliest, but then in March and April and May, there's going to be a lot of competitions every weekend. Okay, so we have Tobias and Sarah from Sweden, Tobias and Jolene from Germany, Vesna and Jan from Finland, Vicky and Tekla from Hungary, and Wies and Danique from the Netherlands. So Jan and Vesna say they talk a lot of nonsense when they're puzzling, and if you want to listen to their nonsense, you can follow their live streams. I hope they're not going to run out of space. Their laptop is probably inhibiting the full space of the puzzle, but they can adjust that when they get closer to filling out their puzzling space.
Yeah, I was also just thinking it's a little small. And something that I notice as well is that a lot of people puzzle opposite of each other. Like here we see Tobias and Sarah, Wies and Danique, Vicky and her pair partner. But then we also sometimes see people puzzling next to each other, which I think Vesna and Jan are doing, or like on 90-degree angles, like Tobias and Jolene. And I wonder what is more practical. Because when we were at the Euro Jigsaw Jam live event in Trier, was the first time that I puzzled next to my pair's partner. And I thought it would be a disaster. But in the end, I really enjoyed puzzling next to my partner because we both look at the puzzle from the same direction. It's easier to say, oh, left or up or down. Because if you're puzzling opposite of each other, you always kind of have to point at like, oh, this corner or that area. So there's less pointing going on and more just, straightforward communication. But it's also for the actual puzzling, especially towards the end, I found you have to you're more in each other's way when you puzzle than if you stand on opposite sides of the table or around the corner from each other, because then you can both reach from your own angle. And if you stand next to each other and you have to go to the other side, you're just kind of bumping into each other.
Yeah, no, we did that in Trier out of necessity because we just didn't have the space to have people on opposite sides of the table, because having an aisle always eats into the floor space. So we had tables backed up against each other, so you could only access the table from one side, and made everyone sit next to each other. But at least we made it consistent. We said everybody had to sit next to each other, not that there were some pairs who were opposite and had room to move. But here at home, anyone can switch around, choose their favorite position, and stand at any side of the table they wish. Yeah, so we can already see Wies and Danique have got the orange and green tins done, and Tobias and Jolene also got the green and the border.
Yeah, and what I also like about Wies and Danique's table is that you can see kind of the piles that they have with sorted puzzle pieces. And if you compare it to like any of the other ones, well, I mean, Vicky's, they also have some sorting done, but there's a lot of pieces there that are just like, it just looks like a rainbow, a rainbow of colors on the table. It's really fun.
Yeah, one of the advantages of Happily is that you can actually, it's got a tight fit. So once you've built it, you've got your tin, you can just pick it up and just place it somewhere else. So I'm not concerned seeing that Tobias and Julian have the green one outside of the border. Don't worry, you just pick it up like one piece and slap it on the other side of the table and it works fine. It's really satisfying, and especially when you come to joining pieces, just lift it up, bang, plop it in there. Okay, so everyone's doing great. So Tobias and Sarah, they said they don't really talk that much. They only talk about strategy, and then they get on with it. And they have a lot of experience puzzling together. So they're very focused. And Vis and Danique, on the other hand, they talk about the mysteries of life, our brains, and puzzle pieces.
Wow.
And the other partner said what sections we're going to do, so you can also search what they want to know what the other partner is building, so that they can search and hand the pieces over. Also then they change their minds constantly, and there's a lot of cursing about pieces. So so a bit of everything, understanding the mysteries of the universe, and also focusing on the puzzling. All right, so Patrick and Evelyn are doing really well. I'm going to just take them off for a moment. We'll leave Tobias and Sarah on a bit longer, and see who else we have joining us today. Yeah, and before I forget, Tobias gave me some inside info. So today he's puzzling with his sister Sarah, but so normally Sarah puzzles with her daughter Selma, and the daughter Selma had bet Sarah for the first time on a first attempt. So young Selma is really coming into her own, and she also did her first solo EJJ recently, and at the Worlds 2025, Tobias will be pairing up with Tyra Wearing, who was the fastest Swede. So they were the first and second Swede, and I think they're going to be a very formidable pair.
Yeah, that's exciting to see. It's always exciting to see two fast puzzlers pairing up and then becoming like a super pair.
Okay, so we have Yasmin and Valerie from Germany, Aaron and Graham from the UK, Alexander and Anthony from Germany, Andrea and Becca from USA, and Andreas and his partner was Antonio. I'll just add that.
We see some great progress here. Andrea and Becca have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the tins almost done. The border almost done, just like Aaron and Graham also have like 3 of the tins done, and partly the border. Alexander and Anthony are working on the tins. They have 2, almost 3, working on the third one. Yasmin and Valerie, I think they are the first ones to have this red tin done. I haven't seen anybody else who has this.
There's the squid.
Like red, with the squid on it, exactly. And then we have Andreas and Antonia, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Working on the green and just picking out. I think Andreas is looking for all the light blue pieces right now to build that tin.
Yeah, so Aaron and Graham, when they're puzzling, they're doing 90% panicking and 10% planning what they're going to eat once they're done.
That's great, especially today, because you'll be puzzling like kind of around lunchtime.
Yeah, they can be planning what they're going to have for lunch as soon as they're done. All right, everyone's looking good there. Yeah, it looks like so Andrea and Becca have, one's doing bottom half, one's doing the top half. And yeah, Tobias and Sarah as always are doing it both kind of half side on, always kind of half looking in the same direction. Okay, so I'm going to leave Andrea and Becca on a bit longer. Okay, we have Annemie and Irma from Switzerland, Annika and Sabina from Germany, Arjen and Fruka from the Netherlands, Ajalyn and Franco from Argentina, and Phoebe and Anna from Denmark.
Oh, Arjun and their partner are puzzling on like a roundish table. That's nice. No corners to bump into when you have to switch sides. And I think for this puzzle, it's actually good to do it on a darker puzzle. Look how nice you see the contrast when you look at BB's table compared to like a white table. I mean, for the colors, it's fine, but all of the white, like in between pieces, you can really see them very, very well on these darker tables.
Yeah, I did have a board with a black side on it, and at the very end, I did place all the white pieces where we just had the border left at the end and kind of the gaps in between the fish tins. I placed them on the black border just so I could see on the black board, just so I could see the shapes a bit more clearer, and that helped.
How is the quality of these puzzle pieces? Are they, I mean, you said before they have like a good tight fit, but do they have any false fits or is it pretty straightforward?
I don't think I had any false fits. It just went so fast and so smooth, I have to say. It was just a pleasure. Possibly if there was, larger sections. Oh, Claudia, your screen is not working, Claudia. I'm just going to check if we have another. Claudia Baum, please check your camera. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right, so we have Carolyn and Michael from Germany, Claudia and Lothar from Germany, Cornelia and Simona from Austria, Dietmar and Caro from Germany, and Dominic and Aurelia from Germany. So actually, we're going to have a chat later with Carolyn and Michael. Carolyn was at the World competition and will be participating in the German Nationals coming up next weekend. And actually, Michael will be joining me as a commentator. We're going to be doing the team's final together, and he will also be commentating on some of the individual and pair rounds. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's great. I see a lot of Germans today participating. Maybe it is because the German nationals are coming up. So it's a great the training to participate in a competition before you do a national competition. And we can see everybody's kind of at the same stages of having a few tins done, picking out which color to do next, doing that one, placing it in. Yeah, it's great to see everybody is doing so well.
Yeah, I mean, we're only at 27 minutes here, so everyone's made some great progress. I think this is a really great puzzle to do your personal best on. I mean, maybe you don't have much experience doing a 1,000-piece puzzles as pairs, but I think this is going to be your best one. I'm saying that confidently. And the reason I say that is because I've only done the only other puzzle that I've done with 1,000 pairs was the sewing corner, and my daughter and I, we bet our time on that by 23 minutes.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a lot of time. that you shaved off.
Yeah, we did sewing corner in 1 hour and 29 minutes, and we did this puzzle in 1 hour and 6. And we're like an average pair, so I think the speedsters can really push the limits with this one.
Yeah, it's exciting to see. I mean, we see Andrea and Becca that are really getting into it right now and like working really focused on certain areas. And I don't think it'll take them an hour to do it.
Okay, so we also have Eliska and Eva from the Czech Republic, Emilia K and Rina from Finland, Emilia L and Daniel from Finland, Everly and so Everly from Estonia and Elisa, and then we have Fanny and Sophie from France. But I mean, Emilia and Rina, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 12 are done. Okay, I think we have a leader. 8 of the 12 tins are completed at 29 minutes.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I see right now they're like trying to kind of put them together and attach them to each other, because just like 10 seconds ago they were just kind of floating islands, and now suddenly it's almost a complete picture.
Yeah, so Daniel and Amelia. So Amelia says, as most married couples, so this is when they're puzzling, we disagree to disagree. Yes, I wrote that correct. Then we bicker, then we say we will never do it again, and then we do it again. But it's all for fun, and we make jokes. And when Daniel filled out the form, he said that they're trying not to kill each other during the puzzle.
I can relate to that when I'm puzzling with my husband, who is not a speed puzzler, but who enjoys the occasional puzzle. It's also, yeah, not the easiest. He's not my easiest pair partner. There's definitely more bickering going on than if I puzzle with my puzzle friends.
Okay, so I just heard that Jessica and Ula have their camera off. I'm just going to double check that. Okay, yeah, their camera is back working again. Thank you. All right, so we started at M. I'm up to F. I feel like we're having a finishing coming up soon, so I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep Amelia K up on the top left, because I think that they're at the head at the moment. Okay, so we have Fotine and Andreas from Cyprus, Hi-Fi, I think it's Hi-Fi and Colin from Ireland/Germany. Then we have 3 Ingers. We have Inga and Katrina. So Inga and Katrina from Lithuania, Inga and Louise from Denmark, and then Inga and Jan from the Netherlands.
Lots of Ingas, you know what to do. Have an Inga puzzle club. Inga and Katrina also doing really, really well. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done, and are working on 6 and 7. Inga and Louise are also having like little islands, and I love that they have like little piles just like ready to go. So when they're done with one, you can just kind of like shove it aside and immediately work on the next one. Inga and Jan are also doing very well. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 done, and the others ready to go. 7. Okay, 7 done. Yeah, so there's definitely they're definitely also doing very, very well. I'm curious to see, like, once all of these separate boxes are going to be pushed all together, and then we can see actually how far we are. The little islands just swirling around. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, somebody just asked about the streaming. I'm just going to put the link into the chat. All the videos, so the live streams are already set up, so you can put notifications for the ones that you want to watch. The channel is called Puzzleverein _DE Puzzleverein Deutschland, but I'll put the link in the chat there for anyone who wants to watch that. Okay, so I've switched up the screens again. We have Inka and Nora from Finland, Jana and Kati from Germany, Janine and Catherine from Germany, Jenny and Maya from Finland, and Jessica and Ola from Germany.
Yeah, wow, Jana and Kati also doing very, very well. It looks like they are doing their very best, and like slowly putting everything together, and it looks like it's almost complete. Everybody else has floating islands of tints.
It looks like they might be a bit tight because between the pink tin and the orange tin, there's still a yellow tin to come. And okay, no, maybe the table was wide enough. Okay, but yeah, making amazing progress there. Okay, we can see Amelia, Kay, and Rena reorganizing, shifting things around. It's going to come together really quickly. They've only got like the yellows and the blues left to go. But everyone's doing amazing. We're at 35 minutes. I'm going to keep on moving, see who else is here. But yeah, put your guesses in the chat. I was being very bold by saying we're going to go like to the low 40s, but yeah, make your own guesses. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bold anymore if we're seeing how far some of these pairs have gotten, and we are only at a little bit over 35 minutes. So I think definitely a time in the 40s, or maybe even like I would even venture to guess like maybe even 39 minutes could be possible.
Yeah, so I think the quickest time that I could find was 47 minutes from Valladolid. So I think we can beat that today. All right. Yeah. We have Joanna and Agata from Poland, Jonas and Anna from Germany, Alina and Yula from Germany, and Julia and Richard from Austria, Kirsten and Lena from Germany. It's so satisfying seeing these little rectangles come together like and it's so nice. You can just pick them up and move them around.
Yeah, and I really enjoy it when we see an angle like Joanna's angle, which is just like really top down, and you can really see it like from that angle and have like a really good view of what's happening on the board.
Yes, I'm going to keep on moving because I feel like we're closing in on a finish in the next 5 minutes or more. Okay, so we have Kim and Mandy from the Netherlands, Kinga and Pavel from Poland, Kira and Oko from the Netherlands, Lena and Barbara from Austria, and Lenka and Philippa from Portugal, Slovakia. So yeah, they're living in Portugal, so they may also be very familiar with these brands, but they're also making a great progress. Okay. Yeah, everyone's looking really good there. I'm gonna just keep moving. And remember, the time limit today is 3 hours. So if you're only still working on the border or just doing your first 10, don't worry, you still have like plenty of time.
Oh, there's so much time.
Yeah. Maybe even 3 hours is way too much time for this. We'll see.
Well, I think it'll ensure that probably everyone can finish, even who was that person who had to puzzle alone?
Yeah, that was a Sari. Yeah, Sari.
Yeah.
Okay, so we also have on the screen Lena. And she's puzzling today with Rune from Norway. Then we have Lynn Merita and Ida from Norway on the bottom left. They're actually going to be our guest interview. We'll have a chat with them later on. And then we have Lynn and Laura Lee from Belgium. Okay, so we've reached the end of the alphabet. I started at M for Marcia and we've ended up with L for Lynn. Okay, so let's check in with how our fast people are going.
Yes, and I just on accident put Marche on my screen, and it looks like they are also very, very far. They have like almost all the tins done, and they just kind of have to fill in everything that's like around the tin plus the border.
Magdalena, your camera is off. Magdalena Mazur Passon, please check that.
So who do we have here for the top contenders? I'd say, yeah, if I'm looking at Andrea and Becca's table, that looks like it's not going to be a long time before they finish. They only have to fill in 1, 2.5 tins, but they have all the edges done and also filled in most of the white areas in between. When I'm looking at Jana's and Kati's screen, they are definitely also like, yeah, it's hard to tell because they have different parts of the puzzle that they have to finish, but they are also very, very close, only a few minutes away from finishing. Who else do we have? Let me pull it up.
Okay, so I've added to the screen Maria and Veronica. So they've got most of the structure in place and are just filling in the gaps. We now have, yeah, and Jana and Kati. I mean, whenever we look away from Kati, like just for a few minutes, like, we come back and there has been such a jump in progress. Now everything is in its place. Just maybe like 1.5 tins to be done. With that, there are 2 tins that are 3 tins that have all got yellow backgrounds and then like either a blue rim or blue text on there. So those ones were a bit tricky just to to sort those 3, but that's going to go really fast. And yeah, it looks like Amelia, Kay, and Rena just have some yellows as well. So it looks like, yeah, maybe the yellows will be towards the end for Amelia and Jana. Also for Andrea, you can see that pile of yellow and white with bits of blue in there.
Yeah, I see a lot of people that have these yellow ones towards the end, which yeah, makes sense because yeah, if it's something that you can't really easily separate, then it's hard to build that one first. Andrea and Becca are busy filling them in. Yeah, this is exciting. How long are we puzzling? We're puzzling for a little bit. Yeah, we're still under 45 minutes.
Yeah, so it looks like the fastest pairs at the moment are Amelia, Kay, and Rena, Andrea and Becca, Martia and Hans, Maria and Veronica, Jana and Kati.
Yeah. Those are also the ones that I'm looking at more closely right now. Especially Emilia and was it Rina?
Rena?
Yeah, that are only working on the yellows, similar to Andrea and Becca. And yeah, Jana and Kati, yeah, it's true what you say. Like every time I look away from them and then I look back, it's like a bigger section is done. So keep your eyes on them at all times, I guess. Yeah, and Martje is like really kicking into gear right now. I can tell that she's just like they have all the tins done. They basically just have to do the like in betweens. This is very exciting. So Ayana and Kati, they also have all the tins done. They're just kind of filling in the gaps. Oh no, there's like one tin that they're still working on, but it's almost done. And then there's just a few edge pieces that they have to put in and like a few connecting pieces in the middle. It's a little bit harder to see what's going on Emilia's and Rina's table, just because of the orientation of the filming device that they have. So their screen is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, and it's a bit more fuzzy, the resolution, so it's hard to guess how many pieces they have left, but it looks like it's a bit of yellows and whites. So I think they would be similar to Andrea. But I think Jana and Kati have this. I mean, they've done most of the tins and it's just filling in the gaps, it appears. But I think, yeah, but we can't see all of their piles. So maybe there's still a whole bunch next to the camera that we can't see. But
exactly.
I would say Emilia, Andrea, and Marcia have about 50 pieces left. Mm-hmm. And a little bit further behind are Maria and Veronica.
But not very far behind. These last few pieces, usually with a puzzle like this, they just kind of fly in because it'll be easy to see where they go. In the beginning, they might be harder to place, these white pieces with just a little bit of color on them, but the more you get towards the end, the easier they will be to place. Yes. So it's just a matter of figuring out where they go. And there's only a very few pieces that are like solid white, at least from what I can see from here.
Yeah, so Patrick and Evelyn and Rika and Maya also doing well, just a bit further behind, but really doing well. Gonna jump now ahead and see how Vicky and Tekla are getting on.
Yeah, I mean, everybody who's now almost done, you will be able to finish this in under 50 minutes, and that's just incredible. I mean, that's really crazy. That's really not a lot of time for a 1,000-piece puzzle with 2 people.
So it looks like Jana and Kati have this, only white gaps in the middle and a few on the edge to do. Really close is Marcia and Andrea.
Yeah, so close. But you know, Andrea and Becca, they only have to do this tin there in the bottom, and then maybe that'll go faster than filling in the white pieces. I don't know, because they don't have that many white pieces left. They have this one tin there left with yellow pieces.
Okay, so Jana and Kati, about 15 pieces left.
Yeah. Yeah, Marche, not far away. They have maybe like 25 pieces left. Come on, guys, kick into gear. It's the last couple of seconds.
I think we can see who will be first. I think Kati and Jana have this, but I think it will be a battle between Emilia, Andrea, and Marcia for second, third, and fourth.
Let's go. Only like 3 more pieces.
Yay.
Yeah.
Last one, done.
Woohoo. Congrats.
They just got to probably unlock the screen or done. All right. So that was at just over 48 minutes. Oh, so close. Okay. And then, yeah, Andrea and Becca, about less than 20, Marcia as well. So now it will be for who's going to be second, Amelia, Andrea, or Marcia?
I think it might be March's team. They only have like a handful of pieces, really. And Andrea and Becca, they still have this yellow section there at the bottom that Becca is working on right now, I think. It's very, very close. Yeah, and Emilia, yeah, it's hard for me to see how far they are, but it looks like they still, yeah, they also don't have that many pieces left anymore. But, oh, Marcia, there's like 3 more pieces, 4 more pieces. Oh my God, this is so close between Andrea and Becca and Marcia and her partner. Oh no, it's about who presses done first. Oh my God. Congratulations. Second and third place with like 2 seconds difference. That was crazy.
Okay, so Jana and Kati.
And Emilia also done. Okay. Good job, top 4.
Okay, Andrea, Marcia, and Amelia all in the same minute.
Yeah. So now we're looking at Maria and Veronica. They are very close. We have Lenka and Philippa, who are doing really well. Who else do we have on the screen there?
Yeah, so we have Tobias and Sarah, Maria and Veronica, Olivia and Astrid, and Lenka and Philippa.
Yeah, this is very exciting. Under 50 minutes. Everybody from now on will be just above the 50-minute mark. And that is also very, 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 very good.
Okay, so I was a bit overconfident with this puzzle, but still amazing. I mean, this is like world finals times. So Jana and Kati, 48 minutes. And then 2 minutes later, we had Andrea and Becca, Marcia and Hans, Emilia and Rena finish. But everyone's doing great. So we also have Yasmin and Valerie just filling in the reds now.
Yeah, this is really, really, really cool. Maria and Veronica doing the last few of the white pieces and gray pieces filling in.
Yeah, just plugging in those little gaps. Finishing off the border. So yeah, Maria and Veronica, just last pieces going in.
And yes. They're done. Congratulations, 5th place.
So coming up to 6th, it could be Tobias and Sarah, Olivia and Astrid, Lenka and Philippa, or Yasmin and Valerie. So Patrick and Evelyn are just a little bit further behind.
Yeah, they are all very, very equally far along in the puzzle. Everybody we see right now on the screen. Lenka and Philippa working on some of the yellows and the whites. Tobias and Sarah, same yellows and whites. And they're also still working a little bit on the red, on the squid tin there at the top. Olivia, they are also working mostly just on the white parts. Yasmin and Valerie are also only working on the white parts. So 6th place is definitely up for grabs. Yeah, Patrick and Evelyn, they still have to finish the yellow tints. So it seems like that's a popular tints to end with, are the 2 yellow ones. All right, so Jana and Kati, they have to leave, so they can't stay for an interview, but they are telling us in the chat that they had a lot of fun. Jana did all the sorting for Kati, and so she just had to pull all of the tiny images together. Yeah, that's a good strategy as well, is if you have if one of you is kind of doing the sorting for the faster one of you, so that the faster person can just start building from the get-go, and then just you hand them like the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. All right, we are arriving at the next wave of finishers. It looks like everybody has only like 10 pieces left. Everybody working on the whites. Yasmin and Valerie. Yes.
Well done. So,
And Lenka and Philip are also done within a few seconds of each other. And Olivia and her partner also done. Everybody in the same like 10 seconds. That's crazy. You all did so well. So that was 6th, 7th, and 8th place. Congratulations. Partner is Astrid, yes. If it's not on the in the name on the screen, then I have to always look in the document, and it's hard for me to look at that and look at you guys puzzling. So sorry if I'm not mentioning everybody by name. That's the reason why. How are Inga and Jan doing? Let me have a look for you.
yeah, they're on screen now.
Ah, good.
Okay, so Tobias and Sarah, the last pieces, and they will take 9th.
Yes.
They're missing a piece.
Missing one piece.
In the back.
Oh, there it is.
Well done, Tobias and Sarah, 9th place.
Yay. And we're still under the hour.
Okay, so it looks like Connie and Simona will be next, or Inga and Jan. Yeah, so when we did the sewing corner, we had our first finish at 51 minutes. So already we've had, yeah, maybe 5 or 6 finishes before that time.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm sure this is a puzzle that most of our competitors were happy with when they opened the box. I cannot imagine anyone opening this and thinking, oh no. I think this was one where like you open it and you go like, yes, this is great. Which tins do you want to do? And you can get immediately into puzzling mode.
And Cornelia and Simona, top 10, well done. All right.
Congratulations.
So I'll just read.
And Inga and Jan also done just now. Well done.
So I'll just read what it says on the box. Hang on, I'll just find somebody else to pop on the screen. Oh, Saskia's done. Everyone's...
Oh, Saskia, we missed you. Congratulations.
Oh, no, they were on screen. They were wearing the green shirts.
Oh.
Okay, so Happily says, make the brand, they say, make your brain smile. You know that last puzzle piece feeling? We love that feeling, and it turns out our brains do too. So we make puzzles to maximize mental well-being. Our collage style gives you that satisfying last piece many times over. We choose high color contrast to give your left and right brain hemispheres a workout, and we add just enough shape recognition to promote meditative brainwaves. Oh, and naturally, we use award-winning illustrators and photographers because puzzles should look nice too, obviously. The result, fun puzzles that generate all the zen without the yoga mat.
I love that.
Okay, so just a recap. First was Jana and Kati. Second was Andrea and Becca. And third was Matja and Hans. So Matja, if you're there, you can, put you, the others have had to leave, but Matja, if you're there, you can turn your mic on and camera on for a quick chat.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Matja, introduce us to your pairs partner. Who is it?
So it's my dad. We used to puzzle together a lot, and just when I was still living at home, just doing for fun. And now I've kind of given him a little bit of the speed puzzling virus, so to say, to get him to join me for one of these. So that's very nice.
I'm just along for the ride.
Well, just along for the ride and immediately a second place. I mean, that's it shows
Third
that
place.
you definitely.
We never expected. We never
Third-
expected.
No,
Well, we're very happy with the puzzle.
definitely, yes.
So I could sort a lot and give it to Maatje, and she could puzzle like hell.
Put it all together, yes.
Well, having a great sorter is actually, saving a lot of time if you don't have to do the sorting yourself. Do you maybe have caught the speed puzzle bug now, or would you like to participate again?
Well, I don't know yet. Mostly I do the puzzles that Maatje did already, and mostly I'm twice the time she has. So I have a lot to learn yet.
Yeah. But as a pair, maybe, we can try again.
Yeah.
That was working a bit better, I think.
So was this the first time that you did a puzzle together as a pair, or had you puzzled together? I mean, you said you were doing casually puzzling together, but I mean speed puzzling.
No,
Yeah, we practiced, I think, during the winter holiday together, and just the evening before we had some practice. But we never did a competition or anything together, something like that. So that's the first.
Yes.
Yeah, exciting. And how is your dynamic like when you are puzzling, since you're like father and daughter? I'm assuming there's like a different kind of dynamic as if you're puzzling with a peer or with, somebody else.
We puzzled a lot
In the past.
past,
Yes.
but she was puzzling faster and faster, so it became from relaxing to stress.
Quicker and quicker. Yeah. But I think in general we can work pretty good together. I think it works very nicely.
Yeah, it was a nice puzzle to sort.
Yes, that's definitely helped. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was struggling with the squid. But
Yeah.
Did you talk about before you started puzzling what your strategy was going to be? I mean, did you say like, okay, if we have a puzzle where we can sort, and maybe you can do all the sorting and just hand me things?
well,
Yeah, we had, I think, a conversation of 20 minutes about only how we were gonna lay the puzzle on the table. If we wanted to have one person on the bottom and one on the top, or have like looking on it from the side. And we came to the conclusion, okay, just wait until we see the puzzle, until we have to make a decision about that, because we weren't sure. But that was why this puzzle was so nice, actually, because you could just do like one section and it didn't matter yet if it was in the right position, kind of. So that was very, very nice. So in this sense, it went very fluidly, I'd say.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so what was your first thought when you saw the puzzle? Were you excited? Did you know, like, kind of?
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I think we were both very enthusiastic about it. It was immediately we're like, okay, we'll sort of, I think the green tin and the very bright pink one, and then we just started off, and then we worked our way through them one by one. But I think, we were. What if we have a landscape? We start with the sky. We start with everything, and now it went. We didn't really have to think about it. We could just kind of start picking out these different tins and just starting, and didn't have to talk about it or think about it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought also when I saw the puzzle that everybody was going to be happy. And could get straight into puzzling. How important do you think it is when you see the image for the first time that you're excited about the puzzle?
What? Sorry, what was the question?
How important is it when you open the puzzle and you see it's a nice image? Is it like does it give you like extra adrenaline, or like what do you do if the puzzle is maybe not something that you're looking forward to puzzling?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it definitely helps. When I saw this, I was like, okay, we can do this. Our goal was to get maybe a top 10 because it's the first time doing a competition together and everything. So, but then I see the puzzle, like, okay, we can really go for it. I think if we had this more, I think the last solo I had with the landscape with the boat in the sky. I think when I saw that, you can get a bit discouraged because you start, where can I start? What can I do? How will it go? But I think this puzzle didn't have that at all. It was just so, I don't know, like a confident boost, kind of, when you see it, like, okay, we can do this.
So all good vibes today with the puzzle.
I think so, yeah.
Marta, are you also gonna be competing in the new Dutch championship that is not the Jan van Haasteren one, so the other one?
Maybe. It depends on the schedule. I've already some things that weekend that I cannot that are very important. So it depends if it's on Saturday, like it's on the website now. I'll definitely join for the individual rounds, but only for that one. But I've heard some inside rumors that there may be some change in schedule still. So it's if it's possible, I'll compete, but it's a bit open for now how it's all gonna go. But it will be very nice.
And for sorry, I forgot your name, Papa van der Meer.
Yeah, go ahead. Hans.
Hans. Would you be interested in doing a solo competition, or are you just
Wow.
doing a favor for your daughter?
I don't know yet, but I have to practice a lot because I'm now not good enough yet.
But you can also join for fun, of course. You don't have to become, but you want to win then, of course.
Of course.
If you join, you want to get a good result, I guess.
Yeah.
I see the competitiveness lies in the family.
Something like that, yes.
It's not from a stranger.
No, yeah.
So are there any tips that you would give maybe some other pairs that are puzzling together for the first time in a competition, since you have now made the experience?
Do you have any new insights?
New insights.
I think one of the main things that really helped was at some point, like you were doing the reds, and I was kind of finishing up some of the tins that I was working on. And we had to put a puzzle together, and we had kind of this decision to switch, and that I would finish up those reds, and you would kind of pick it all together. But we had to switch places for that, so that kind of might seem like a big hurdle to, we'll lose time with that, it will be chaotic. But I think in the end it was a very good decision to switch. So also when you're kind of figuring things out as a new pair, I think it's also good to kind of to try these things and not be afraid to make a decision to do something differently if you feel like it's not working. I think that's very important, because if you kind of keep on your own little island and you don't but it doesn't work, you cannot finish your own like little section, you only lose a lot of time. So I think then deciding to switch is the most important thing you can do, actually.
Mm-hmm. And also, I'm assuming you need to have this knowledge when is a good time to do this, and how would you communicate that to your partner? Like when you're stuck, you would just say like, "Hey, I'm stuck," or
Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
So struggling with the squid. So I said, maybe we should change now.
Yeah.
And it was the time to put it all together. So I said, I'll come to that side of the table, and you do the reds we have left. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's all about communication, as you already pointed out on the theme.
Yeah, I from my own experience, when I'm puzzling in a team, it's always nice to have these different roles. Like you were saying before, one of you could sort, especially with a puzzle like this, you can sort, but you can also have a designated putter together of different sections. So if you have like the other person working on something and you have all of these islands, that one of you can take that role of assembling the puzzle basically and putting everything in its place, and that way it'll go faster. So this was really cool. It was fun to watch you puzzle, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed it too, to watch it. to be in it, I mean.
It was fun.
Yeah, right. It's all adrenaline boost, definitely. Yes. Yeah. And I think in the beginning, at some point, we listened to the commentary during the whole thing. And then at some point we were like, oh, okay, I think a lot of people are going very fast. I don't think we're like that good. And then at some point, like really during the end, you start to kind of notice that you're doing very well. And then, you get this adrenaline boost kind of. And then, so that's very exciting.
Yeah, it's because we started with you, so we didn't see you until
for a long time, yeah.
Until we were through, and then when we reached the end, and I just accidentally clicked on your name, I thought like, oh, they are also really fast.
We're pretty good, yeah.
It's always a nice surprise to see how people are doing.
Yeah.
Maybe Michelle has a question for you.
Yeah, was this a new brand for you, or do you know this one already?
No, we didn't know it. I don't think we do a lot of different brands, because in the Netherlands here you have Jumbo, which is the brand that makes Jan van Hazen, but also makes just a lot of puzzles in general. We do a lot of those, and like Ravensburger, but like all these kind of new and interesting brands that are popping up, also like the Sunshine puzzles and all these new things. I don't think we have a lot of experience, or I at least, like we don't really do those. So that's also very nice to kind of find these new puzzles that is nice quality and can be put together very nicely.
Yeah, and would you do one of these puzzles again from Happily?
Yeah, it's
I mean, I'll definitely do this one again now that we have it. But I have no idea because I haven't heard of them. I'd look what kind of different puzzles they have, and if they have what type of things they make. But I think they're really nice, and they're very good quality. So it's definitely a good new brand to explore.
Yeah, that's great. And you went to an event last weekend, Martia. That was what was that? That was for like social puzzling, or was that just meeting other Dutchies?
It was kind of for the international puzzle event. So it was mostly just meeting other and getting together with other speed puzzlers and people who like puzzling. But during that, we mostly did just casual puzzling. So we made the international puzzle from Educa, but we also did some speed chess and so there was a kind of a combination of speed puzzling and casual puzzling. and we had this puzzle swap, so we could swap out puzzles and everything. So it was a combination of everything, and then just was really nice to kind of meet finally all these other Dutch puzzlers in person, which was really nice.
Mm. And was that your first time to do an Educa puzzle, because it has quite a different piece cut?
Die hebben we wel eens gedaan.
I think we had once or twice. So we get a lot of puzzles from the thrift store, and then I mean, if it has a nice picture, you get it and you puzzle it once, and at some point you give it to the thrift store again. So in that sense, I think we definitely have done some of those puzzles in the past, but not very knowingly. I think different with the one we did at the gathering. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great that you had the chance to meet with some other puzzlers, speed puzzlers and casual puzzlers, get to know the community better. Yeah, well, thank you so much for participating today, and congratulations on 3rd place. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, you had an amazing time. So just on 50 minutes for 1,000 pieces. So you can be very pleased with your efforts today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Marcia and Hans, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I always like to hear from puzzling families. I think it's so fun if you can puzzle with your sibling, with your parents, with your I don't know, brother or sister-in-law. Like it's just you have this like built-in team partner, pair partner that you can puzzle with, and you can definitely get more practices in than if you have to puzzle with somebody who lives like not in your house or close by.
All right, so I've that's definitely. I'm just going to switch up the screen again. So on the home stretch we have Kinga, Eliska, and Tobias and Jolene, and a bit further behind are Carolyn and Michael, Amelia and Daniel, and Teresa and her partner. I'd really like to see Teresa connect those pieces, and then you have a more complete picture. Because there's only a few whites. It will be easier if you try and connect. Yeah. I can see that the border of the black that belongs to the squid. So yeah, maybe they'll do some shifting around in the next minutes. So yeah, Catherine, there were some comments from some of the finishers in the YouTube chat.
Yes, so we have Rika who says, really fun puzzle, no slow bits. Yeah, that's what I was also thinking. Unfortunately, I started to have an allergy attack towards the end of the competition. Oh my God. Rika, I hope you're okay. What kind of allergies was it? I hope nothing induced by the puzzle. A puzzle dust allergy, that would be the worst thing to have as a speed puzzler. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, there's somebody, Freya, who knows Happily, and there's another puzzle that she really likes that's called Wanderlust. So you can go check that one out if you want to see. Yeah, we have lots of people congratulating and cheering everybody on. And the good chicken is cheering for the puzzling couples. Vesna and Jan and Emilia and Daniel. So go puzzle couples.
Yeah, no, everyone's looking really good. I mean, we're only at 1 hour and 17 minutes, and we've already had about 32 finishes so far.
Wow.
So I'm just checking what the time limit was at the Worlds. So for 1,000 pieces, it looked like the time limit was 1 hour 30.
It was 1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Okay, so yeah, I guess you could say this is quite comparable to the Valladolid puzzle. I mean, Kati and Chiara got 48 minutes on Valladolid, and then Kati and Jana finished their puzzle today in 48 minutes. So, or just thereabouts. I think, was it 48? Yes, in 48 minutes. So quite comparable. So this is like a final here, a World Championship 1,000 piece final for pairs. So go, 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 everyone. Everyone's doing really well. And yeah, don't feel discouraged if you're, only got a couple of the tins done. There's still plenty of time. And yeah, once you finish those tins, it's just going to get more satisfying and better as it goes along, and you start to see the full picture come together. So on screen right now we have Carolyn and Michael, Emilia and Daniel, Tobias and Jolene, Teresa and her partner.
Yeah, just get those pieces
Veronica.
out of there in the middle and then push it together.
Yeah, they're trying to join two halves right now. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. I could see that black border there, and I could see you were trying to finish off the squid off to the side, but the missing blacks were already attached next to the green. Okay, now Teresa and Veronica have just a couple of minutes away, only got the whites to fill in. And then we also have the other Teresa and Anna Karin. Looks like they're working on the last two tins. And then Lena Beate.
Yeah.
And her partner.
And they look to be done soon, just like Emilia and Danielle, and also, who's that there on the top left?
Carolyn and Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my daughter and I did this puzzle in 1 hour and 6 minutes, which was amazing. So we did the sewing corner in 1 hour and 29 minutes. And so we said, okay, our goal is to do this one. We think this one is quicker. We'll do this one in 1 hour 15. And we were done in 1 hour and 6. So we were really happy with that one. And I actually did most of the sorting, which I don't usually like to do, but I just, let my daughter choose what she wants to do. So she actually did 8 of the 12 tins, and I was doing most of the sorting and the flipping. So I continued on with the flipping and let her start early with the building once we had enough of one color that she could get going, and just tried to set it up. And yeah, that actually worked really well. But next time I might say, you do the sorting and then I want to do the building this time.
Yeah, you should try it again and see how it'll change.
Okay, so Emilia and Daniel finished 33rd.
Yeah, so we're about halfway through everybody, because we're like 60 something, 68 or 69 pairs. So we're now like half of the teams have finished. I see a lot of teams on my screen that are like almost finished or very close to finishing. And then I see a few teams who have a little bit more to do, but I don't think anyone is not going to finish. I think everybody will probably be able to finish within the 3 hours, because we're not even halfway through the time. So yeah, everyone's doing really great.
Yeah, Catherine, could you just mention about the Puzzle Culture Awards? You said that today is the last day for voting.
Yes, so for everyone who doesn't know what that is, Rosa from the Puzzle Talk by Rosa is organizing the annual Jigsaw Puzzle Culture Awards. And this is the second year that she's hosting them. There's different categories that you can vote in. And I think today is the final day that you can vote. I mean, it says the voting closes on February 3rd, so I'm assuming it'll close tonight at 12 o'clock. So if you would like to cast your vote for the Puzzle Culture Award, today is like the last day you can do it. I really like that there's something like that. We can, just celebrate the community, appreciate each other, and just get to know different puzzlers and also just brands and companies that are, the reason why this community is so fun. I can just tell you a few of the categories. For example, there's like the inspirer, somebody who inspires people within the community. We have like the speed puzzler, who is somebody who's the master of speed puzzling, or who has achieved something within the speed puzzling. And there's many more categories, so you can just have a look what there is. There's also categories for companies. I think there's like the Green Peace Award, like not green peas, but like a green puzzle piece award for like a company who is doing a lot of things to be more green, I guess, have better reduce plastic in the production and things like that. And I think we should everybody should have a look and read through and get to know all of the people and companies that are nominated and cast your vote. There's going to be a ceremony, I think a digital ceremony on the 22nd of February. So be sure to follow Rosa's puzzle podcast to keep up to date on when that will happen and where and all of those things. So go ahead and vote.
Yeah, thanks for that. Just a moment, Magdalena, your camera is off again. Would you please check that, Magdalena? Yeah, so we just had a lot more finishes. Okay, so we have about 40 finishes, and we had should have had 69 pairs puzzling, so there should be another 29 pairs still going. Yeah, so the Puzzle Culture Awards, that was started last year by Rosa, who does the Puzzle Talk or the Puzzle Podcast, and back then I was very new to the puzzle community, and so I actually really enjoyed just going through her list of nominees and then following them on Instagram, and I discovered some cool new brands and some I don't know, puzzle, I don't like the word influencer, but you know what I mean, like people who just make fun content about puzzling. So there was like Joyce Puzzles, I'd never heard of her before, and then I really I've followed her since that. So there's some different brands. The Euro Jigsaw Jam has been nominated for, I'm not sure what the title is called again, but something to do with like projects or initiatives. Also, myspeedpuzzling.com is a very worthy nominee. So yeah, I voted for myspeedpuzzling.com. They did such an amazing work over the last year. And of course, there's individuals as well. So check them out, and you can, Catherine, could you just write like the website or the Instagram in the YouTube chat in case anyone wants to check that out?
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll also post a link to the voting thing. And if you want, you can also vote for me.
Oh yes,
I'm also nominated.
Let me read what Catherine has been voted for.
Which was very unexpected, by the way. So I was completely not expecting to be among the nominees, because I had nominated people. So like how the Culture Awards work is that everybody can send in their nominees for the different categories and kind of write a little description of like why we think they should be nominated. And Rosa is going to take a look at all of the candidates that people have suggested, and then make a selection on who would like to be nominated. So I'm very honored to be on this list with these amazing like other people. Okay, so I posted the Instagram link for Rosa's Instagram, and now I'm gonna also post the link for the Google Docs where you can cast your vote in.
Yeah, so Catherine was nominated for the Community Builder. So other nominees are Sarah Schuler, Daniela from the Netherlands, Elizabeth Turtle, Laurie from Keep Puzzling. So yeah, some really nice nominations, and yeah, all well deserved. They've all done great things, organizing events, doing different online activities to promote puzzling online through Instagram, or like, for example, Catherine does the Puzzle Tussle, where she does speed puzzling with some other puzzlers on Instagram from around Europe, which is commentated, and yeah, some really fun stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, I also just looked at all of the nominees this year, and I just followed everyone because there was a few people on there that I didn't know yet, and I'm glad to know them. So yeah, I think it's nice. It's nice to have awards. It'll strengthen the community, and yeah, it's also just nice to support, especially like the smaller businesses and the people that put so much time and effort into creating like really cool content for others to enjoy, or events for people to go to and things like that. Like Sarah Schuler does, for example. She's organizing, I think she has like almost daily puzzle events in her area in the US. So that's just amazing. That we have all of these different avenues now that where we can do our puzzling, where we can follow the hobby and not just being home alone.
Yeah, so it looks like we have everyone on the screen now, still puzzling. Yeah, so we just crossed 90 minutes. That's the halfway mark. So if your goal was 90 minutes, we've just crossed over that, but everyone's doing amazing. I mean, don't forget, this is 1,000 pieces, you know, like when I talked to so many people recently when I was at the trade fair, and when I said, oh yeah, we do mainly 500 piece puzzle competitions, and sometimes we do 1,000 pieces. And so many people looked at me and was like, 1,000 pieces, that would take me like a week. That would take me days. How do you do that in one sitting? So all of you are amazing. Keep on going. I hope you're having the best time. I hope you're really channeling the brand name happily and enjoying the puzzling time with your pairs partner. And yeah, just, you know, and even if you don't manage to finish it all, you know, puzzling intensely for 3 hours is really, really tough. It takes so much concentration. Yeah, so don't give up. Don't feel discouraged. Just do your best.
Yeah, and if you don't finish in the 3 hours, just take a break, have lunch, and then just finish later at a leisurely pace, because yeah, it is really exhausting to be focused for that long. And the longer you're puzzling, the harder it'll be to focus on the puzzle.
Yeah, and if you do feel like you're slowing down or getting a bit stuck, stand up, stretch it out, move to the other side of the table, maybe get a different perspective. And remember, the theme is communication. Keep on talking. If you're missing a piece, tell the other person, I'm looking for a piece which has a fish head on it, or I'm looking for the edge of the pull. What do you call the pull button thing that you rip off? Pull tab.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm sure it has a name.
I think it's called a tab, maybe the pull tab. Yeah, missing some tentacles off the squid or something like that. Yeah, just communicate with your partner and cheer each other on. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, just for reference, when I'm talking to just non-speed puzzlers, but fellow just people who like to puzzle casually, and they are asking me, how long does it take you to do, for example, a 500-piece puzzle? They take like 10 hours to do a 500-piece puzzle. So to attempt to do this 1,000-piece puzzle in 3 hours, seems like cuckoo bananas for anyone who is not doing speed puzzling. So yeah, it's definitely an achievement to do it. And I mean, everybody's doing so well. Like, we're not even we're not even at the 2-hour mark, and like most of you are like doing great progress.
Yeah, so for those who don't have Instagram and didn't see my stories, I was at a trade fair. It's called the Spielwarenmesse in Nuremberg in Germany. That's one of the largest toy games and puzzle fairs in Europe. And it's for, unfortunately, it's not open to the public. Some of you did ask, like, where is it? I need to go and I need to bring a big bag with me. It is for business people. So I went there and I must have spoken to like 20 or more puzzle companies from all over Finland, the Netherlands, Poland, Turkey, Taiwan, China, UK. Of course, there were German companies there, but it was really fascinating just talking to the different owners. There was even a company from Czech. They all have puzzle brands, and most of them do 500-piece puzzles. So I had a lot of inspiration. It was really fun just seeing the new updates, new releases, and getting ideas for what we could do for speed puzzling competitions. So there was some pretty wacky stuff there. Like, yes, there was lots of standard rectangles with ribbon cuts, but there was also spiral cuts, random cuts, double-sided wooden puzzles that don't have a flat edge, and all kinds of interesting things. Of course, I was more focused on 500 pieces and a few 1000s, but it's just great to be there and see what's happening in the puzzling world and be able to talk to the owners of the companies directly as much as possible.
How often are these fairs? Is this like an annual thing? Is it always in Nuremberg?
Yes, it's every year in Nuremberg. I actually went 5 years ago because our company also sells a lot of wooden toys for children. And so back then my focus was the wooden toys. And this time I did have a couple of appointments with the wooden toy companies, but my focus was puzzling, and there was enough to fill. I was there for 1.5 days, so one afternoon and then one complete day. And it's a lot of walking, a lot of talking. It's a really huge complex. Like, it just feels like a little village. And to get from my appointments at the puzzle buildings, most of the puzzles were in one building, and then the wooden toys were like way on the other side of the complex. So
you got your steps in.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I walked like, I don't know, 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers that day. But I was very close to the point. Like, when I got back to the hostel, and it was funny. I was in a shared ladies' room, and all the other ladies that were all there for the messe. Some of them all were working as exhibitors. Some were translators, and others were. One lady had a game that she had developed, and she wanted to show it to some manufacturers. But we were all there for the event, and I came in with all my puzzles, and I was so loaded down and was so tired after so much walking, and I was very close to the point that I was like, if there's anything as being like too much puzzles, I'm very close to that point. Like in one puzzle I saw, I'm not such a fan of stock photography for puzzles, because there was one photo of windmills, Dutch windmills with tulips in the foreground, and I saw the same puzzle at 3 different brands. And I told them, I was like, I've seen this one before. This is the 3rd time I've seen this puzzle today. So, yeah. All right, we just had another finish. Well done to Margaret and her partner. And yeah, everyone's doing really great. So on screen right now, well, we actually have everybody on screen, but on the larger spotlights, I have Yul and Alina. They've just got a few pieces left. Agelin and Franco, Lynn and Aurelia. No, sorry, Laurelie. Lynn and Laurelie. Andreas and Antonia. Paulius and Lena. And Hi-Fi and Colin. Have you ever been to like a puzzle fair or some type of puzzle exhibition, Catherine?
No, but I would love to go. Maybe next year I can, depending on how everything is going to pan out. But yeah, I'd love to go to a fair. I've been to, like game conventions, like board game conventions, where there were some people that were exhibiting puzzles that you could buy, but not one. Yeah, not like the one that I saw in your stories, where there's just so many different brands and so many things to look at that only relate to puzzles. And of course I wouldn't be able to go to like a trade fair. I would just be able to go to like some type of open to public type thing. But yeah, I imagine it to be probably a little bit overstimulating with like all of the different things to look at. And I would probably have to set a budget before I would go. And then I would force myself to stick to the budget and not buy everything that I see. But yeah, I'm hoping that these type of conventions will pop up more often, that also just normal people can go to and just look at what's out there in the puzzling world and have a look. Dietmar and Caro picking up their puzzle.
Pickup challenge, yep.
Well done.
Yeah, this one is a good one for a pickup challenge. It's the pieces stay together really well.
Yeah, and I don't see a lot of puzzle dust either when I'm looking at. I mean, it's hard to tell from here, but all the tables look very clean. Which I know some people, they get annoyed with puzzle dust. Personally, I don't so much. It's more, afterwards you just have to clean it up. But I know that some people don't really like it while puzzling.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of dust on the table left behind, but not too much. Yeah, no, it was really fun at the fair. I got to tell a lot of people about speed puzzling. For many of the puzzle manufacturers, that's not something really on their radar. And I think the smaller companies were really excited about it. They really liked the idea that there were such a thing as puzzle competitions, and they really wanted to, they would love to have their products promoted, that people from all around Europe and USA would have exposure to their brand. And actually it was something that was really unexpected, but which was really lovely, was I met Yamina and JL from, she's originally from Colombia, but they live in, I think he's Spanish, they live in Spain. And she's someone who I saw at the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship in Valladolid, and I saw her at the stand. I was at the Eurographics stand, and she was already there chatting, and then I had to say hi. And it was amazing. So she is basically there as like a blogger / networker. So she helps out the Spanish shops, because she basically wants to bring a lot of new brands to Spain, just basically that they can get more exposure, more brands and more selection in Spain. But most of the companies are smaller owners, so the puzzle shops are family-owned businesses, and they don't have the time to step away from their business. So she basically goes and basically comes back with a huge list of like, okay, these are all the brands, I like these ones, you got to order them and get them into Spain. And so she also gave me some tips, because she's been there the last couple of years too, and not all the brands are listed under their name. Sometimes they're listed under the name of like a distributor or some really like very vague commercial name. And she was like, you got to go to these places, these ones have really great puzzles. And so she gave me a whole bunch of extra stands that I had to go visit, and there were some really good ones there. And anyway, if you want to see what she's been up to, she's posted everything on her Instagram. She made a little reel at every stand, and her name is so she's Yamina, but her
Chronikas,
Chronic-
Fusileras,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and she and JL told me that there's like 100 events, puzzle events in Spain every year, because on their blog they list all of the events. Now I knew there were a lot. I knew that there was like one almost every weekend, because I've seen the AE Puz, which is the Spanish Association website, but she said they only post, the AE Puz only shows the Spanish, like the official events, and there's a whole bunch of unofficial events, and on their blog they list all of them, and they were up to about 100 for 1 year, so that was quite interesting.
Yeah, that's probably means there's at least that there's about 2 every weekend.
Yeah, she said you could go to one on Saturday and one on Sunday, or even there's one on Sunday morning and a different one in the same city on a Sunday afternoon. So all right, so I'd like to welcome Carolyn and Michael to the conversation. And yeah, well done. You've finished your puzzle.
Yeah, hey.
Hi.
Thank you very much for having us. Yeah, it was a fun puzzle, and we opened it and we thought, yeah, that we can do that.
And I guess you'd be under 90 minutes, and you were. So well done.
Yeah.
Have you
Thank
done
you.
1,000 pairs, a 1,000 piece puzzle as pairs before?
Not in a competition, but
Only at home. Yeah.
only at home. Yesterday we did an Eurographics Italian table with pizza and
Pasta,
pasta and olives and so on.
cheese.
Cheese, yeah, and it was quite hard because Eurographics had a other cut and very unique cuts, and yeah, we did 3 hours, and then we thought, okay, maybe we will do the time limit mark, but with this one, it was very easy to be done in around 90 minutes or be under this 3 hour mark.
Yeah, so you can be very pleased with yourself for your efforts. And yeah, so you're living in Germany.
Yeah.
And where both will be participating at the Nationals next weekend.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, together in pairs. But that will be the only competition I will participate. And you?
Yeah, also in team and alone too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
And
Yeah,
Carol,
and like we did also that at Worlds last year. Yeah, we did there the first round in pairs. We didn't make it to the semifinal because of the country rule. We were ruled out. Yeah, but we hope maybe. Let's see how it goes next week.
yeah, no, that's great. And so, yeah, what was your experience like at the Worlds? Was that your first time to attend?
Yeah, it was the first time we attend, and yeah, it was a fun experience. We will go there next year also, and yeah,
this year.
this year. Oh, next year. Yeah, I'm still in 2024.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, so tell us how you got into speed puzzling. Like, did you both join into it together, or was one of you more dedicated than the other?
Oh, we have to tell the story.
Yeah, we have to tell a story about that. So when we were dating, then the hobbies came up, and Carolyn said, "Oh, she likes to do puzzles," and I thought, "Oh, I like puzzling too. I did it as a kid." And then we thought, okay, then let's do a puzzle together. And I thought I'm quite good at puzzling, but then we started to puzzle, and Caroline did maybe 30 or 40 fit-ins, and I did 2 or so. So it was very frustrating for me to puzzle with her.
Yeah, and then you saw Karen puzzles.
Yeah, then I saw Karen Puzzle's video, and I only saw it was in my YouTube algorithm. And in the next day, I was shopping, and then there was a big sale for Ravensburger's puzzles, and I saw, oh, this puzzle is on sale. It was in the Worlds, and that also, and I bought 3 of the puzzles, gave it to Caroline, and said, okay, please puzzle it. We take your time, and yeah, she did well. And then we thought, okay, we going to Worlds then.
Yeah, that's so nice. It's very coincidental then that you've seen the Worlds video, and then you see those puzzles for sale, and then you Yeah, so obviously you did those puzzles under 90 minutes on your first time. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that must have been a big confidence booster that like, oh, you can do this. Like you've got a chance at the Worlds.
Yeah, that was very then we would she was confident that she will make it, and yeah, and then we trained, or she trained, and you got better and better over time, and yeah, now it's mostly under 1 hour when you do a 500-piece puzzle.
Okay, yeah, no, that's really great. And so what do you like to puzzle? Like, what did you like to puzzle before you started speed puzzling, Carolyn?
Big puzzles, landscapes. Yeah, more than 500 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Also photograph animals, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but mostly landscapes, big ones. So yeah, 1000 was
The smallest.
the smallest.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you must be a good team member to have then. You would be good to be on a team, because the 1,000-piece puzzles in the team competitions are generally things like landscapes or castles or gardens, and there's always a lot of sky and a lot of mountains.
Yeah, I really like skies. Yeah.
And I'm frustrating, and for me it's frustrating to do skies or anything sorting gradients and sort that out. So yeah, in pairs, when there is a sky, we know.
I do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we do it.
And Carolyn,
yeah.
how did you do at the teams event at Worlds? Did you enjoy the puzzles that you got?
Yes. In the first round, we decided for what was it?
The New York
the bus.
skyline.
Yeah, the New York skyline and the bus, and it was really the best decision we made. It was really fun. Yeah.
And you choose to do the skyline first.
Yeah, we did the harder puzzle first, so we can speed up in the end. And yeah, I think it was the best decision to take these two puzzles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Second best team in the first round, German team in the first round.
German.
Yeah.
Okay, well done. So, thinking about the theme of communication, what were you talking about during today's puzzle?
It was first. It was communicating about what we do sort first, and that was the green one, and then the purple one,
and the green orange.
And green orange. Yeah, the nuri with the chilies on that. That was that. What we didn't, what took us a lot time was we didn't.
Yeah.
The yellow one, yeah, because there were 3 piles, but we didn't sort the piles where we puzzled. So we had a lot of to do. We had a bunch of tiles, and then we have to take them and move them around. So that was something we could improve on.
Oh, you mean the sections that you had already finished?
Yeah.
You just left them there. You didn't move them to where they belong.
Yeah, we did it very lately, and yeah, we could have done that earlier.
Okay. Yeah, and so you did you stick mainly to like the strategy, or like what you were doing during what you were doing related to the puzzle, or did you also talk about other subjects, or were you listening to the live stream?
We were listening to the live stream, and we didn't talk about anything else about than the puzzle. Only the puzzle today.
Yeah. Great. So just thinking about next weekend. So Michael, you decided to volunteer for helping out on the live stream, or I think you're also helping out as a judge. Is that correct?
That is also correct. Yeah, I will help to judge and commentate on some events. Yeah, and puzzling pairs. So a busy schedule for me. busy schedule for Caroline. She will participate in all 3 competitions. Yeah, but we will look forward to that. Yeah. Even though I'm not the best speed puzzler, I like to do puzzles and like to watch the streams of EJJs and other things. So I decided to commentate because puzzling is a fun hobby and really great community.
Yeah, I think that's really great because, obviously most of the people are quite busy. They have busy schedules. They want to participate in everything, and so it's quite hard to find volunteers to help on the live stream. Not only that they have the time, but also that they're willing to speak. And what made you volunteer then to help out on the live stream?
It was on the Discord channel. There was a question that they are looking for some to commentate on the to help for the live stream. And then I thought, okay, Caroline is puzzling, and then I can step in and help and do commentate. And I like puzzling, and so that was the. And then I got into touch with Erika from the German Puzzle Association board, and she wrote me back, okay, let's have a chat. And we chatted a little bit, and then it was finalized that I will help on the live stream.
Yeah, no, that's really great to say yes to the opportunity. And I think they'll really appreciate that. So do you have experience in anything like similar to that? Commentating or public speaking?
Public speaking, my job is I'm a consultant for information technology, so I regularly have some talks to 15 people or so. So that is not a problem for me. And in my spare time, what I do, commentating, not really, just for fun. My brother did Mario Kart tournament on his birthday, and I just stepped in and commentate on that a little bit, and so that was fun. And I commented the race, but just a fun occasional thing. Yeah, but that will be the first live stream I will do, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think that was so cool. When you mentioned, I just wanted to clarify that because I thought that you had said that you had commentated a Mario Kart competition or game or something. But when we had our meeting between the volunteer commentators, I had 2 sick kids in the same room and they were coughing the whole time. And so I was quite distracted and I was missing bits of the conversation. And I thought, oh, did he say that he commentated Mario Kart tournament? That sounds really cool. So, I'm sure there are people out there that would think that commentating speed puzzling is like a really bizarre thing. But, every hobby, every passion has their own competitions, and so why not Mario Kart as well? Yeah, so I think it's going to be really fun, and I think just great that you volunteered for that. We also have so Erika, who's from the Puzzle Association, Fishy, who often co-hosts, and then Jörn, Bia, and yourself, who are members of the association. So I think that's going to be really fun, and a new experience for most of you, and also for me to commentate a live speed puzzling competition that's not online. So it'll be a new experience for all of us. So and what were your thoughts about the puzzle today and this brand? Are you familiar with this brand?
No.
We don't have any puzzle from Happily. Okay, now I see the firm just didn't check the brand before. It was the first time we have a Happily, and we saw it and we liked it.
Yeah, the picture was fun, but I had many false fits.
Ah, you had some false fits. Okay.
Maybe I was too fast. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. somebody just mentioned in the comments that they did have some problems with false fits. I think that could happen. Maybe I did have some. I don't actually remember it. I think maybe possibly on the solid color sections, like where there's just a section just of. Oh yeah, I know. I remember that on the squid here. I connected it and I was like, hang on, that can't be right because there's not enough space for the to the border, and then I had to rearrange some of the pieces on the edge of the squid. So yeah, unfortunately, so there is one of the downsides of this brand, but I don't think it slowed down people too much.
And one thing was, I didn't see on the picture that on the squid there's a big white typo, but also a yellow one. And then I had, where is a yellow? Yeah, where's the yellow sauce? And I didn't see it in there. And then okay, I put it away, and I didn't knew. Okay, it's where it doesn't belong, and I didn't see it on the picture that the on the squid it's yellow. So because it's very small on the picture, or maybe I didn't look enough at.
No,
Yeah.
that's true, because I remember when I was doing the squid, I was only looking for the word squid with these big bold white letters, and then there were these tiny yellow letters which say in ink sauce with a red background, but they could also have fit on the red sardines here. Yeah, so do you have any comments in general about speed puzzling or your experiences at competitions that you'd like to share?
I don't have any idea about that. We like to do Caroline to do competitions, and yeah, it was the second EJJ. It was fun. This first one we attempted was 500 big cats from Clementoni, and yeah, that was harder because we had a lot of fur to sort out, and that was definitely better to sort. And that's also our arrangement. I sort the tiles, and Caroline puzzles and fits them together. And yeah, so that was a really good one for us. So I will sort, and Caroline, yeah, fits in the pieces.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a good arrangement that you've got your plan set out. Yeah, so Catherine, did you have any questions or comments for Carolyn and Michael?
Yeah, just hi. It's nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
looking
meet you too.
forward to hearing you next weekend on the stream and to watch you puzzle again, Caroline. I was just wondering. So Michael, you only do speed puzzling when you're doing puzzling as a pair, or do you also do speed puzzling on your own?
No, I only do it in pairs. But after the Worlds, we got kicked out in the first round because of the country rule. And then I thought, okay, next year we want to be in the semifinal. So now I started to do occasionally some 500-piece puzzles on my own. So I also improve and not do only sorting. Yeah, so I did. Now sometimes I will also speed puzzle some 500 pieces puzzles alone, but then I will do one, and Caroline just 3 in the time span. So
Yeah, but even that is already very, very fast, because people who don't speed puzzle, they take so much longer to do these puzzles. So you were talking a little bit about already how you have these different roles when you speed puzzle together. How would you say is that? Do you like the role that you have as sorter, or would you?
yeah, I like that. I will do everything that she can put everything in, and maybe you like it too, right?
Yeah, I like it. Only puzzling, not sorting. It's good.
Yeah, and I think I'm a little bit faster in sorting than you, and flipping also,
Yeah,
right?
flipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's nice. You complement each other. And when you're puzzling together, and you're like how is your communication while you are puzzling? Do you talk a lot, or do you not talk a lot at all?
I don't know.
No, we don't talk that much.
We don't talk that much. It's at the beginning.
I need yellow. I need this.
Yeah, it's very strict. So I need that, and okay, then I will sort out and bring the pieces together for her. And yeah, it's really focused. Yeah, it was also in words. Yeah. So, but in words we changed one time. We both struggled, and then we switched the places, and yeah, then we got to move on, and that was also good. But today we didn't have to switch places.
You didn't get stuck today.
Yeah, we didn't get stuck today, right?
Yeah, that's great. I personally, I also like to, when you're puzzling in a pair and you're both stuck and you just switch places, you see the puzzle from a different angle, and then you just kind of can get back into a flow, and maybe you see pieces that you were looking for before that you couldn't find. Yeah, I think that answers all of my questions that I had for you. Is there anything else apart from next week's championship in Germany that you are looking forward to in the puzzling world, or any other goal that you have for the next few months?
Do you have a goal? Okay, we will also be in the Worlds this year again. But besides that, and doing some EJJs together, and then we don't have any plans.
All right.
All right.
Well,
yeah, thanks so much for joining us. And yeah, I look forward to meeting you next week. Yeah, and watching you, Caroline, and yeah, chatting and commentating with you, Michael. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll be doing the teams event. It starts at 6:45 on Saturday evening. So earlier in the day will be the individual rounds. There are, is it 3 or 4 rounds of individuals? And then there's 2 rounds of pairs, and then the teams event. And this is the final, so there's it's not a 4 round. The finals for individuals and pairs will be on the Sunday. And that's why there's multiple qualifying rounds. But the teams event, it's just one event, everybody goes in, and the winners will be decided in that one competition. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. And yeah, thanks so much, Caroline and Michael. And yeah, see you soon.
Yeah, thank you for having us, and see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So yeah, we have a few people still puzzling. On the screen, we have Kirsten and Lena from Germany, Besner and Jan from Finland, Marie and Alexander from Norway, Max and Lissy from Austria, Fanny and Sophie from France, and Claudia. And Lothar from Germany, as well as Sari. So now we can bring in our next guests who've also been puzzling today. Ida and Lynn Merita from Norway. You can switch your camera on, and we'd love to have a chat with you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So excuse me. Yes, we can see you both there. I'm going to hand you over to Catherine. I have to take a little break, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So you go ahead,
All right.
Catherine.
See you soon. So, Lynn and Ida, you are puzzling together more often, if I remember correctly, or am I remembering wrong?
No, we actually try to meet up every Monday. Not just us, but the whole team. But I come and visit Ida quite often. So every time I'm visiting, we always do a puzzle.
Fun. So you're used to puzzling together. What did you think of the puzzle today?
We absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
The first thing we thought when we opened it was okay, Michelle did a great job. Because we have discussed the different scenarios. Like if it's a dark puzzle, do we switch on the lights? Do we keep them off? And like we decided, okay, we'll look at the motives first and then decide afterwards.
And what did you decide?
To keep the extra lights off because it would be too shiny on the puzzle.
Yeah. Are the pieces shiny or are they matte? It's really hard for me to tell through the screens.
No, they're good, but they were a bit oily at first. But that, like, when you were used to it, it was fine.
Yeah. So I see that you already you wrote something in when you registered for the competition. What were you talking about and stuff? And what I would like to talk to you about is, like you said, you give each other encouragement. Can you like talk a little bit about like in which situations would you like encourage each other, or like, and how does that look like?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of my personality. I always try and give people encouragement. And so if I feel that Ida might be a bit stuck, I'm like, yeah, but you're doing great. You've already finished this and this. And so that she knows that she actually has done something, even though she feels maybe a bit discouraged. And she also like, oh, you already finished that. That's good. Like, so yeah, it goes both ways.
So you're doing like positive reinforcement to like keep going.
Yeah. And I feel it's especially important on a 1,000 piece because in general we use a lot more time. So this is actually a personal record for us because we have never.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Because we have never finished 1,000 in 2 hours. So this is the first.
Yeah. I mean, and this is a great puzzle to do this with, just because of like all the reasons that we said before. It's basically like doing a bunch of small puzzles that you can kind of sort out. So what are the roles that you guys are taking on when you're doing a pairs puzzle, like we talked about before? Like some people sort, some people build, some people have different roles in the group. So how do you split it up?
It depends on the motive.
Yeah. Like usually.
We can't write down. It's I don't know, the chat is blocked somehow. Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay.
You're fine.
Sorry, I just saw that Max had finished and he didn't write done, but they said that something is not working with the chat. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Max. So we'll just check the video for that. Okay. Yeah, so sorry, go ahead, Lynn and Ida.
Like Ida said, it depends on the picture. Usually Ida does the edges. But on this one, we decided really quick to just sort in the colors and do the edges with the cams. And as we go on, we just basically decide, okay, I'll do this now, and like communicate that. And I also try to ask, what do you want to do? So that, like, between us, I'm the stronger puzzler. So I'm capable to do whatever. So I feel that it's best for Ida to decide what she wants to do. And I think that works quite good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't really have like some other people were saying they have like a team leader or like a decider or something, but it sounds like you guys are deciding more or less together.
Yeah. I do feel maybe I'm a bit more in charge. I like for instance, when we did this, I was like, we were doing this one in the middle, and I was like, okay, can I put this in place? And I was like, as I asked, I was doing it. So like I was basically saying, I'm gonna do this, but I did it in a question. So, so yeah, that's I do take some decision, yeah, without conferring, but but it worked out. She's used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And that's the good thing with having a partner that is frequent.
Yeah.
You get to know each other, and with the plus and the minus, you know. There are positive things and negative things everywhere. So, like, you just have to figure out things and be better as you go.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a benefit of having the same puzzling partner for a longer time. That you just get to know each other's personalities and each other's strengths, and then you just kind of at some point maybe already know, like, oh, Lynn is definitely probably wants to do this, and Ida is probably going to do that, and then you don't even have to discuss those things anymore after some time. How do you feel about yeah?
We're still gonna discuss it either way, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not going to be like I want to do that. No, I want to do it. You just kind of
never.
How do you feel about doing a puzzle like this that is easy to, well, an easier puzzle in general, I would say, than like some of the other puzzles, and also to sort, and like how do you keep the motivation going even if the puzzle is not as easy as this one?
Well, like I said, this is the first 1,000 piece that we actually finished. So it's definitely the giving encouragement and just keep going, even though we see that, okay, we're not going to finish in time, but we'll do as most as we can. And like keep the thought that we're not going to be the worst. That's our goal. Like, we're not going to be worst. We're not going to be last. So that's also the motivation for us.
Yeah, so it's less about being first than more about just like trying to finish.
Yeah. And we always put our own goals. We never like aim for the top 10, top 20. We know that we have never finished 1,000 piece, so that was our goal today. And we did it with good margin. So
yeah, you did it. You did it.
Yeah.
You did it really well.
So and this puzzle, like Michelle said, that the puzzle company had like the feeling of finishing every can. Like you have that feeling a lot in this, and we did have the feeling. Like I put in the last piece on the side, and I was like, "Oh, it's finished," and then we kept it going.
Yeah, so you're basically having little successes along the way. So like every time you finish a can, you get like this boost of like, yes,
Yeah,
the can is done.
So I like this puzzle.
Do you have any tips for new pairs or people that are new at puzzling together, since you are like so experienced with each other and also you do it so much?
Well, it's maybe different for us because we have been friends for so long. So if you're new to your partner, like you don't know them, you should definitely just get to know them and be friends with them first. Like go take a coffee, chat. Yeah, like become friends, and then I believe that the puzzling will go much smoother because you don't feel like you step on any toes. Yeah. So if you puzzle with someone completely new, you don't know them, you don't know what they like, you don't know if they're gonna be offended if you take pieces from their piles. You're gonna be more strained, I think.
Mm-hmm. And therefore maybe less effective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
okay. I think that's a good
communication.
tip.
Yeah, communication.
Sorry?
Communication is important. So the communication will go better if you feel comfortable with the partner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So if you go to any of the events, to the worlds, and you pair up with somebody that you don't know before, go have a coffee first.
Yes.
And then do your puzzle together. I think that's a good tip.
Yeah, and maybe do a practice round too. Ask on this puzzle, what do you like to do? And then you learn from that too.
Yeah, kind of like a dry run, just looking at different puzzles and seeing like what would be the thing that you would prefer to do, and then you can kind of get to know each other's style of puzzling also.
Yeah, maybe go to the puzzle shop and look at different images.
Yeah. Yeah, great. I mean, congratulations on finishing your puzzle today and getting like I think a really, really good time.
Thank you.
And if Michelle has any other questions for you.
Yeah, hi Ida and Lynn Merita. Yeah, so we met at World, so that was really nice because I had Lynn and Ida had participated in several EJJs. Yeah, like in the spring and the summer, and then got to meet them at the Worlds. So yeah, I really like how you say like you celebrate your little achievements, like because 1,000 pieces is a lot, and it's easy to get bogged down and feel like I've still got 700 pieces to go or something. Like it seems a lot. So I like how you encourage each other and celebrate the little achievements as you put little sections together. One thing I noticed is at the previous EJJs, you both did solos and you were next to each other. So you're puzzling at the same table. How does that, do you feel a bit intimidated, or is it more fun to puzzle next to each other, or do you get distracted? Like, tell us how that works when you're both doing a solo competition at the same table.
Well, like I said, I'm the stronger puzzler of both of us. So we don't really compete with each other, because that's going to be discouraging, if that makes any sense. So I always compete with my own goals. I never try to beat someone else. I don't know. So I don't really get affected by it.
No.
What about you?
I'm just trying to finish in time.
Yeah. We have different goals, and that's it.
Mm. And it's more fun to puzzle together than to both be at home separately, alone.
Yeah, it's an activity that we both love, and I mean, it is different when you can be in the same room and give the encouragement and watch and see the other person do good, and maybe they get the personal record and you can witness that, and that's quite good, I think.
Yeah, and then I guess afterwards when you've both finished, then you can chat about it and talk about what you liked and didn't like.
Definitely, yeah.
Great. I had a question. What is the puzzling scene in Norway like? I mean, you're fortunate. You have a puzzling friend living close by. Are there others where you live, or is it? I guess Norway is a really long country, sparsely populated. Like, what's the local scene like?
We have our team. My team is Ida and my sister and our other friend, and they live here. It's called Stjørdal, and it's actually a 2-hour drive from where I live. So I actually drive quite often so that we can meet up. And I feel that that's worth it. I have the possibility to take the bus too if it's too long. But around here, we don't really have too many puzzlers. We have tried to have a little chat with the people in this area, but it's not going too good. It's a lot of people have moved away to Oslo or up north. So it's our goal, because I'm in the Norwegian Puzzle Association, and our goal is to like try and build the community, to find people that have this interest and who wants to be a part of this. And so this Saturday, we actually had a, last night. Last night we had a meetup in the library where people could come and do a bit different puzzling. We had the international puzzle, the one from Educa. And we also had like mini puzzles, and we had a pile where kids could come and take different puzzles to just puzzle and have a good time. And we also had a competition with a 60-piece puzzle. And so yeah, we had
And the puzzle with 3,000 pieces.
Yeah, a big puzzle to do together. And so we had about 35 people.
That's a really good number for a local meetup.
Yeah. So a lot of them were kids, but I think that that's maybe something we should build up on. Maybe introduce like a kids association, not association, but like
a club,
group.
a puzzle club.
Yeah.
For kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the kids were really good. And I'm thinking, oh, this could be a speed puzzler.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen the results from the Winter Family Weekend, but there was a kid who won the solo competition with a time of 47 minutes. So I think his name is Connor.
Wow.
He looks like he's, 10 or 11 years old. Incredible. Incredible times. Such a bright future ahead of him. So yeah, who knows, there could be some puzzling stars amongst there. And even if they're not into speed puzzling, definitely encourage getting those kids involved. And this is something that they can do together with adults. It's not like, just only for the kids or only for the adults, but like it's such a great activity for all ages. And having 30 people at a meetup is really great.
Yeah, it was really fun. And to see the parents come and let the kids actually participate, it's great that they do something on a Saturday instead of staying at home just watching TV. So yeah, it's a good feeling.
Mm-hmm. And did you already have that activity planned, or was this Educa puzzle, this or the International Puzzling Day, was that like the spurring, the initiative to get something organized?
It was definitely a contributor, but we had planned to do a social meetup of some sort. But it, like when the Educa puzzle came and the social puzzling event, it fit with our plans, so we did it in the same week. Because I also did a meetup locally where I live on Wednesday. And I had about like 12, 13 people there too. So I'm happy about that too.
No, good on you for taking the initiative and organizing something. And so you want to build community around puzzling. So that's a really good goal of the association in Norway. Can you tell us what other plans are coming up for the Norwegian Association?
Yeah, we have the Norwegian Championship in March. And we also are helping organize the Nordic. Like it's the Swedes that have it this year, but we are in the planning group committee. So that's that. And we also like have people doing different meetups, and yeah, but it's not anything other organized by us rather than just the national championship.
Mm-hmm. And so have registrations started already for the Norwegian Championship?
Yes, and I think we have like 147 different people joining us this year. We haven't closed the registration yet, so we are hoping for more people. So I think we're almost at 60 or 70 people for the individual.
I think it's 72.
72? Oh, great!
Last time I checked.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get at least 100. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. It sounds like there's a lot of interest that has been built from last year's competition, and also probably Kristen winning has raised more awareness in Norway of the speed puzzling.
Definitely. I mean, on the meetup last night, a person came to me and said that they had seen some videos of Kristen from the world, and of course the Karen puzzle has a lot of influence on the people in Norway too, because those are the videos that pops up. So they see all the world's videos and they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw that on YouTube."
So what was it like for you at Worlds, seeing someone from your country like claim the world champion title? Like, how were you feeling on that night that Kristen won the championship?
I mean, I was so happy for her, because coming in second 2 years in a row is kind of a bummer. So when I saw that, I was actually outside with her mother and their family, and I basically felt the joy by looking at her mother and seeing her joy. So yeah, that was an experience.
What about you, Ida? What's your memories of that?
Mother, I stood next to her mother and she hugged me right after, and it was a lovely feeling. And we all of the Norwegians that were outside, we were just like screaming and enjoying,
yeah,
and jumping around like rabbits.
Yeah, there was some jumping. Yeah,
yeah.
And I mean, I'm a person with a lot of feelings, so I did cry a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tears of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also outside watching on the jumbotron, like on the big screen, and the atmosphere outside was just great. And I feel like everyone was really rooting for her to win. And yeah, it was amazing that like all these Norwegian people, like there was like a group of you guys just like standing there, and you could really feel like the energy of like
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I had to like run inside to see if I could see anyone else closing in, or if she was really gonna win. And I was like running back and forth. And yeah, so it was exciting and scary, and yeah, a lot of feelings at the same time.
Yeah, I know that it was such an emotional competition. And yeah, I feel like it was not just a win for Kristen, but like a win for Norway. And I could just see how the Norwegians were so happy. And afterwards I spoke with Veronica, and she was a judge at the competition. I think she was a judge. And she just said like she was just like crying and just like so excited, and everyone was just like there was so much tension and just like waiting, all the nerves just broke, and everyone was just like jumping and crying. And I think that's really lovely how the whole Norwegian gang was just like right behind Norway, right behind Kristen, and yeah, just really like celebrating her and celebrating Norway.
And I mean, her winning is also important to the sport here in Norway. It's like maybe it's better for people to recognize this as a sport when they hear that we actually have a world champion. And so I hope, of course, that a lot of countries get a winner, because that's going to help communities around the world and countries around the world to recognize this as a sport.
So how did you what happened in Norway afterwards? Was she featured in like, I don't know, some TV interviews, or were there articles written about her? What were you aware of?
There were some articles, because last year in 2023, when she came second, she only had like this small notice in a newspaper. But when the next year when she won, she had like other news contacting her, and she also had radio interviews, I think. I'm not sure if she was on television, but at least in the newspapers and radio, yeah.
But she was on international television. There were a few like news outlets that were definitely reporting about her and that also interviewed her. So that I know.
That's really great.
Yeah.
I mean, the Norwegian media has to get a grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really exciting, and to see that, that speed puzzling in your country is getting more exposure, and anyone who finds out about it can be really inspired by Kristen, and be proud that they have a world champion in their country. And yeah, I think it's going to be great also for those kids that are attending your events, for them to hear about Kristen, and to know what's possible, what's out there. It's not just something you can do at home by yourself. You can meet with others, you can do large puzzles together, and you can also do fun competitions. You can puzzle as pairs and teams. Yeah, so I just had a question regarding so when you're not doing speed puzzles, what type of puzzles do you like to do?
I like to do the Amy Stewart puzzles.
Amy Stewart?
Yeah, all of the 1,000-piece puzzles.
Yeah, what do you like about Amy Stewart? What do you like about the Amy Stewart puzzles?
They look alive. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I just put on a TV show and puzzle along with it. And enjoying it.
Nice. And you, Lynn?
Well, lately I haven't really done a lot of puzzles without speeding it. And I even have done a couple of 1,000 pieces for speed, just to try it. But like, I do have one puzzle right now on my table, which is basically the moon in the bottom, the Earth in the middle and then black with stars around. So it's that's been sitting on my table for like a month now. So it's going slow. But I mean, I enjoy it just to like sit down for 10 minutes just to do something, and then like if I wait for the toast to finish, or yeah, it's basically just put in a piece when I pass by.
Yeah, it's a puzzle that kind of forces you to take it slow.
Yeah. And I also enjoy like bigger puzzles, but I don't really have the time or the space for them. So my biggest wish is for to have the 40,000 Disney puzzle.
Mm.
Because I already did the 24,000 the life puzzle. I'm not sure. I think it's life with the air balloons and the stars in the water.
Yeah, I think I know the puzzle that you're talking about.
Yeah. And I also did the 18,000 library puzzle thing.
The Colin Thompson one.
Probably. It's
Yeah.
Pink puff. Yeah, I'm not sure. But 18,000 at least.
Yeah, that's lovely. So you like some really nice, larger puzzles, and ones that you can really take your time on and just really enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
I have done a 5,000 piece puzzle. I didn't have the space for it on one table.
You have it on your Instagram, don't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when you're finished with a puzzle, do you ever hang it up on the wall, or does it go back in the box?
It depends on the puzzle.
Yeah. I did the 13,000 piece with the Disney, the movie classic, and I did put that on my wall. My dad helped me put down the wallpaper, and it was a process. So it's not perfect, but it's on my wall. So
Oh, nice. And that's a 13,000 piece Disney puzzle on your wall.
Yeah.
So that must.
That's you. So you have like a room where like the whole wall is just a puzzle?
Basically, yeah.
Is it in your puzzle room?
No, it's in my bedroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been my second guess.
Yeah.
Then it must be a long room with lots of.
Well, it's the 13,000 was smaller pieces, so it's not too big.
Oh.
Actually. Yeah. So I was like, when I did the 13,000 and then went back to speed puzzling 500, I was like, are these larger pieces? So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Some of the bigger puzzles do have smaller pieces, because I've only done the 9,000 piece puzzle from Treffle with the Disney characters on there, and that's split up into six puzzles of 1,500 pieces. And yeah, the pieces are quite small. But it works. Somehow it's like, oh, like the larger, the regular size pieces feel like quite a luxury in comparison. But it's actually quite satisfying. They're putting all these little pieces in together, and yeah, just got to watch it. They don't fall off the table because they are harder to find. But yeah, that is one way that they make up that they're not so massive, is that they just reduce the piece size. Yeah. Great. So yeah, do you have any things that you're looking forward to competition-wise or puzzling-wise in the next few months, or even outside of puzzling?
Well, we are doing the Norwegian Championship in March, and then we are planning on going to the Nordic, and maybe the European Championship.
Probably, maybe.
Maybe the world. We don't know. Depends on the money. It's expensive. And yeah, we have, and also when we go to the Nordics, we are actually going on vacation.
Yeah.
So every year we go on vacation together, and since the Nordic is around Göteborg, we will be going to Liseberg, an amusement park. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And
Remind
last,
us of the dates for the Nordic and the Norwegian and the Nordic Championship. What were the dates for those?
The Norwegian is
23rd and 22nd and 23rd. It's
Yeah,
the
March.
weekend after the Swedish.
Okay. Yeah.
And the Nordic is in June.
June.
That's
Four-
the
four-
4th and
14th. 14th and 15th.
Okay. That's the same weekend as the Dutch Championship.
Okay,
Yeah.
didn't know that. I mean, we since it's so many countries, we can't really like correspond everything.
Yeah, there will be overlap. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
We try to do the Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish on different,
Mhm.
and also the Finnish, so that we don't crash in case some of us wants to go
Yeah.
to each other at the neighboring countries. So
yeah, so last year, Lynn Merota, you went to another championship, and I think you drove like in a van and like you took it a couple of days. Are you planning to do that again?
no. It was basically to get the experience as to how they were organizing, because it was going to be our first time organizing.
Was that at Swedish or Denmark?
No, that was the Finnish.
Was it the Finnish? So you drove to Finland?
Yeah. And I mean, it was a good trip. So I could have done it again, but I basically just don't have time this year.
Okay, so when you do go to if you go to the Nordic Championship, which is also would be in Sweden, you would fly.
No, we will be driving because we are on vacation.
Okay.
So in my car, I have a bed. It's basically like a caravan.
Mini caravan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of.
So we don't have to use a lot of money on places to stay. We usually, if it takes more than a day, we just sleep in the car and then drive the rest. And of course, we stay at a hotel if we are going to stay there for more than one day. But yeah.
Oh, that sounds
Nice.
like fun.
Yeah.
Great. Well, yeah. Thanks so much for joining us today. It was lovely to chat with you and hear what's happening in Norway. And yeah, I'm really glad to hear that not only did you finish the puzzle in the time limit, but you actually, got your personal best on that. So you can really be proud of yourselves and enjoy that. And yeah, I just want to thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope you have a good rest of the day.
Can I just recommend looking up our national Instagram, Norges Puslespillforbund. I will put the name in the comments on YouTube.
Yes, you can do that.
There you can see the pictures from last night and our meetup.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Yeah, so if anyone's in Norway and has not been in touch yet with the Norwegian Association or are looking for more local events, then make sure to check out the Norges Puslespillforbund. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much. Bye.
Bye. All right, and we have about 10 minutes left to go. So Claudia and Lothar, you can do it. I believe in you. You have 10 minutes, a little bit over 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, and
finish.
They've only got about 20 pieces left, 25 maybe. So definitely going to finish. So keep on going. You're doing really well. And yeah, unfortunately, Sari didn't have anyone to join her, but she's just enjoying the puzzle at her own pace. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the puzzle. And yeah, 1,000 to do alone is quite a challenge. So don't worry about that. But you still showed up. So thanks for showing up anyway, even though somebody wasn't able to join with you. And just, there you go. Just get another piece in.
Yeah, especially if you were not planning on doing 1,000 pieces alone, it can be it can be quite a task to do. But yeah, you're doing good. Just
I've wondered that to myself recently. What happens like in the Worlds or at an official competition when somebody is sick and they can't participate? Because Sari just wrote that her friend was sick.
Yeah.
Because I think in the rules they say that you're not allowed to change. Like I've wondered, like, what if somebody goes up to the Worlds? They've said they've got 4 people in our team, and then 1 or 2 people get sick. I think it says in the rule that you can't just, once you've registered, you can't change teams.
I know that it says that in the rule, but I also know some practical examples where people could still replace someone else, as long as they are not going to be in the same event in a different pair at a different time. So you would have to find someone that is not or that didn't advance, or that is not, so that you don't participate in 2 things at the same time. Yeah, there was somebody I know who they did for the pairs. They qualified for semis. Yay, Claudia.
Congrats, Claudia and Lothar.
Well done.
With 10 minutes to spare, you did it.
Good job. Yeah, and then they got sick before semifinals. And so the person who was still there in the team was able to find someone else to replace the person that got sick. But I think the condition was that they would not be in a different semifinal with a different pair. So yeah, I think they make exceptions. They are nice people from the organization, and I think if you have like a legitimate thing and you present them with a solution that is not going to harm anybody else, then they are usually open to your suggestions.
Yeah, because I'm sure when you have 1,000 plus people turning up to an event, there are going to be, we know that there were people who were sick for a few days at the event. I think some people still struggle to come through for their solo, but yeah, it's definitely tricky when you're doing pairs or teams, because you don't want to let down the other people on your team by being one man down. That really, takes away a lot of the puzzling power. But there should be some allowance for unexpected, unforeseen circumstances. But yeah, I just hadn't encountered that before, but it's something I had been wondering about recently.
Yeah, like I said, as far as I know, they will accommodate you if it doesn't collide with anything else, and if like not another team gets hurt by you stealing a player from them or something like that. So as far as I know, that's possible. But I understand why on the website they say you're not allowed to change teams, because otherwise maybe people will try to like once they are there and they see like, oh, this person's there, and oh, maybe it would have been better to team up with that person. And I just imagine that to be a logistical nightmare if people just start to like switch teams like that. So yeah, I think they reserve the the exceptions to the rule for times when it's actually needed.
Yeah, that reminds me, I'm actually looking for a team for Worlds. So I didn't participate in teams last year. I only did individuals and pairs. But this year, I do really want to participate in teams. And I'm going to write a little post on Instagram. So it's just me so far, but I'm looking for 3 other people to form a team. We can represent New Zealand or any other country. I don't mind. I'm good at busy puzzles and looking at the box and puzzling in the right direction. I'm not good at larger sections of skies and landscapes or puzzling upside down. So I hope to find some people who enjoy that. I'm also not really a fan of sorting, so maybe there's someone out there who really enjoys sorting. And I want to make it through to the final, and I would like to be like in the, I don't know, what's realistic, top 30 or so. I'm going to have a look at the team's final. So if there are some other people out there, any nationality, who want to form a team and get through to the finals, maybe top 40, something like that. Well, actually, how many? There's 105 teams made it through to the finals, so let's say top 50.
Top 50, yeah, it's ambitious. We got last year 81st with my team from Luxembourg, and I would say we are 2 fast puzzlers and 2 more average speed puzzlers, including myself. So if and we were happy with our placement there for sure. So we were happy to be even in the final and to finish both puzzles. And not be towards the, like, at the end of the, I mean, we kind of at the end, but like not really at the end. So like,
your teams. So the Luxembourgish team came 81st out of 105. But yeah, of course you had to get, first of all, even qualify for the finals, and you finished in 2 hours and 11 minutes for 2,000 pieces. So you can be really pleased with yourselves. That was the first time representing Luxembourg as a team at the Worlds. Yes. Will you also be be with the Luxembourgish team this year?
I don't know yet if I'm going to go to Worlds.
Oh,
I haven't signed up yet. It's definitely a possibility that I'm going to go, but I know that at least one person from our team is not going to go for sure. And one person is going, and then it's 2 of us that are kind of thinking about whether I don't know yet if it'll be possible for me to go because of I'm going to go back to school, and so back to university. So that's around the time that classes would start, and I don't know if I'm feeling like super comfortable taking a whole week off, because it'll be 7 days, and then you probably need like an extra day at the beginning and at the end to like travel. So I don't know if it's reasonable for me to do that this year. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so still to be decided. But you and I are going to be in a team soon.
We will, yes.
Yeah, so last year in November, we participated in the 10-hour team marathon in Belgium. So you're living in the Netherlands and I'm in Germany, and I picked up some Luxembourgish ladies on the way, and we met in Belgium for that, and that was really fun. So they're doing another one, and this year, what is it? It's March, the first weekend of March. There'll be another one, and we have a mixed team. We have someone from Germany, someone from Switzerland, and Fishy will also be there. So gonna give that another go, and hopefully break the fourth
curse. Yeah, because if you're in a team with me, you will end up in 4th place. So I hope we can break that.
Yeah, because you were 4th in Luxembourg, we were 4th in Belgium, and the previous year What was the previous one you also got
Yeah,
fourth in?
we were fourth in Arlon, which is also again happening this year, I think on the 15th
That's in
of
France?
March. No, it's also Belgium, but it's really close to Luxembourg. So it's kind of from your end on the opposite side of the country. And then we were also fourth at the 24-hour marathon in Hanu. And that was the one that's in France. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So hopefully break that fourth. Yeah, so we're just over 90 seconds left. So yeah, do your best, Sari. We're happy that you've stuck around this long. I mean, intense puzzling for 3 hours takes quite an effort, and most people don't know because they don't stick around that long, or they if they know that the puzzle's going to take a bit longer, then they spread it out over a few days. So 3 hours of intense puzzling is a great effort, and soon you can have a break. And
I really love your foxes. Like
Thank you very much. Be with me. I'm from Finland. Hello. I am just a starter to do puzzling, but it was very nice to be here. This was my third time with you, and I will be in next month solo competition with you also. But I will do my best, and I will continue to doing this. So have a nice Sunday, and thank you for support. And if I have a partner with me, maybe it is possible that this is finished. But because I am doing it by myself, it's a little bit hard.
Yeah. Well, the next competition should be 500 pieces. Then that should be easier.
Yeah. But I'm still a beginner to do puzzling. But thank you.
Yeah, thanks so
have a
much.
nice Sunday. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well done. Bye. All right. So, that was the 3 hours. And yeah, so all the pairs finished. So let's clarify that all the pairs finished within the time limit. And unfortunately, Sari was on a solo effort, but she was still having a lovely time with her puzzle. So thanks everyone for participating today, and for those who left comments on the YouTube. Yeah, and Lynn Merita says, Sari, you're doing so great. Impressive to be alone. Richard says, well done, Sari. And always practice makes perfect. So she's just a beginner, but she's got the bug, and we hope to see more of her soon. Yeah, so Catherine, thanks so much for joining us today. The first time to commentate pairs.
Yeah, it was very exciting, especially with this fun puzzle. It was really, really fun to watch people do it, and just like it was beautiful seeing the spreads in the beginning with all the colors.
Well, I can bring this to Belgium and you can borrow it. And
yes, please.
You can do it. I really want to do this one solo now, because I'm like, oh, it was so much fun with pairs. I think I could. I've done 3 times solo 1000. I think I could get my best time with this one. Yeah, so thanks everyone, and yeah, see you next time. The next competition actually is on Wednesday. But it's a flex competition, so it won't be live streamed, but Vesna will probably be live streaming it, so you can check out her channel. And on the Tuesday, the next mystery puzzles go on sale. We'll send out a newsletter today as well, just to remind everyone. But otherwise, Tuesday at 8 p.m, you'll be able to purchase the mystery puzzles for competitions in March. Hang on, where are we now? We're in, for March and April. So make sure to check that out if you'd like to be part of the fun. And yeah, thanks, and have a good Sunday. Bye.